I'm thinking it's your mum's funeral.
No, that is interesting.
Goodness.
Yeah, that's a great possibility.
No one remembers my name in this family.
I feel like it's very...
Brother. Yes.
It's like I don't exist.
What kind of picnics?
It's picnic. We
Did
sit
you
on-
say love picnics?
Have you met Westley here?
Indeed, Mr. Regan.
Sir Fabian.
What was that?
Mr. Regan and us, me and myself, we have history of a kind.
I'm going to say the weather picks up and suddenly the gazebo falls. You're sort of like pushed together in some way.
Stay still. I'll get something to free you.
Is there a pocket or something? And pulls out a handkerchief and goes, it's not much, but at least it's dry. How could they?
This is hardly the time or the place to be having this conversation.
Well, perhaps if you had replied to my letters, we wouldn't be needing to have a conversation right now.
This is how it will finish. We shall cut a check together and say that our entire bad blood is because of this financial blunder. We shall say no more of it.
That's the way you feel it must be, then.
I will start the rumour that my family name is in debt.
Perfect, the brave
That's the rumour I was about. That's the rumour I was going to
Oh my god, there we go.
Well,
You can spread it. You spread it.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Cool. And I'd like you all to meet James, by the way.
James.
Boo.
Boo.
Does he have a surname?
He does not on here,
No, you
but
can
he
make it up.
does now. His name is going to be James Austen.
James.
The villain of the piece. Alright, we're now going to go on to the epistology phase, or as I'm just going to call it, the letter writing phase. So, I have asked you to go away and have a little think. I want each player to come up with up to 2 letters to either another major character or a connection. You could also use your resolve tokens, if you've got any left, to compel someone to write a letter to you, or a one-off character, or any of the connections we've got on the table as well. Does anyone want to go first? You don't have to do your letters one after another. You could just go and then let someone else go as well.
I will go first.
Please.
So this is a letter
Yes.
from Westley to Fabian. And it has gone through several iterations. So it starts with my dearest Fabian, which is crossed out. Then it's Sir Fabian, which is crossed out. Then it is simply my friend, which is crossed out. And then finally, Fabian. I write to you after hearing of a nasty rumour which has been circulating here in Old Newton. Although it pains me to say it even in such a private method of communication as this, the rumour of your family's money woes. I have refused to cash your cheque, as I do not need the money as much as I need your friendship. Please, I have a reputation somewhat of being fairly clever, our previous misunderstanding notwithstanding. Perhaps I, or my little sister, who, whilst odd, is cleverer than I in matters of finance, could help. I know there is still this barrier between us, and I know it is not financial. Please, my brother, I beseech thee to let me help. Your friend, Westley.
Ooh, so you've done quite a few things there, which is very exciting. So you've mentioned the rumour.
I have.
So do you want to invoke that? So it's going to change. It's because it's going to change the story a little bit, if you see what I mean. So you've mentioned it in the letter.
Well, wait until the second letter.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to do the second letter?
Well, so I'll just clarify. So we've got this rumour that the Braithwaites are secretly in debt. That's the
Yeah.
one you're hoping to spend resolve on. To have it change the story in some way, which I really like, because it makes sense, because obviously we were going to do cash and checks and stuff, so that's right. But then you also used clever as a thing, and you came up with a solution for doing that, so you're possibly spending your reputation tag on that as well.
Yeah, I can do, yeah.
If you
to
want.
be fair, it's spending my sister's reputation as much as mine, but yes.
No, I think it's fine. I think for me, I would just do one of them. I think the rumour one makes more sense instead of being on that front, so... if everyone's happy with that, we can do that. So it's become true in play, essentially. So we're gonna have that resolve token.
Yeah.
You're gonna spend it. Don't use it because you've used it from the sheet, essentially. So it's now in play. That is now common knowledge that the Braithwaites are at.
And so striking that through because we're done with it. Yep.
Yes, please.
Please, right, okay.
The power
You've done it now.
You've done
Yeah, you've spent
Wait
it.
until you have the second letter.
Oh my god.
Cool. Does anyone else wish to follow that?
Well, would it make sense based off to really put the rumour to bed?
Go for it.
Okay, yet again, this is a letter to Fabian. Son, your mother was too tough on you and your sister, and I wasn't there for you when you were growing up. I will regret this until my dying days. I fear your mother's experiments in the fields of science may have damaged our finances, perhaps irrecoverably. I am very proud of what you have accomplished. Your loving father. This letter was never sent.
Damning. Very.
So it appears that Lady Valentina and her crazy science.
So it wasn't me
Bankrupt
and
of the
my
family.
crazy railroad.
You don't know.
I don't
You,
know.
you never got that letter.
I'm not
Yeah,
vindicated
exactly.
at
Never
all.
got the letter.
I would say, sorry, I'm just going to go back slightly because I was
Sure.
reading stuff. So with the debt one,
Mhm.
I guess because it affects you, it's harmful against your interests in a way.
Yes.
So if you wish that to be more well known, you would get the resolve token from it from the general store, essentially.
Ooh.
Okay.
Public knowledge of the Braithwaite's
Yeah.
misfortune.
Yes.
If it gets out, it gets out. I don't. It's
Yeah.
yes. All right, the scandal. Let's go.
Okay.
For the scandal.
Yeah. It's out there.
There you go. Yes, sorry, I just wanted to check
No
that because
problem.
it makes sense because otherwise no one's going to get any resolve.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you. And what a fine reveal from Edwin's unsent letter.
I don't know what you're referring to. There was no reveal.
Oh, sorry. I-
That letter was
No.
found many years from now in Edwin's desk. Was it enough? But between now and then, has he ever let his true feelings for his son be knowledgeable?
No.
No.
Stay around. Find out.
I like how he wrote him a letter when he was just down the hall as well.
I'll
send this
say
way.
things in
Some things have to be done.
Postal
properly.
service
Yeah.
is very good these
It
days.
dictates it to
It
one
could
of the
be
servants.
posted through under your
Shut
door.
my door. It's very true.
Yes.
I don't deal with. I don't deal with emotion. Yeah.
Let's give it to the man.
Yes.
Oh. So, anyone else want to go?
I
Yes,
think I
please.
could go next. Yeah. So yeah, I'll read them in succession. If that's
Yeah,
okay.
of course. Yeah, there's no
So
pressure.
I'll go with this is a letter that was sent, but it was from some time ago. And this is a letter from Fabian when he was in London, sent to Hyacinth.
Oh. Was it sent?
It was sent.
Oh.
Some time ago.
Some time ago.
Dearest Hyacinth, many is the time I think of the first time we met 12 years ago, since at Mother's chiropractic reelings. You in your white chiffon and I in my back brace. The gazebo will always be foremost in my fond memories when we first shared. But it can't be. Mother is sensible in the matter, and this is impossible for me to marry you. I love you dearly. I love you, your very nose and your eyes, and that funny look when you give me when I've said something off key. I love that little pet name you've got for me too. But it can never be. We're far too different. Me from Newton, and you from not round here. And so, Mother has made it quite clear that we must part. We'll always have the gazebo. Yours lovingly, Fabian. And
Beautiful.
the other one I've got is from Beatrice to Francis, sent just like after the footman came round with that letter afterwards.
Okay.
Dear Francis, it was so spiffing to see you yesterday at the auntie's funeral. Strange times, but pleased to meet a fellow scientist. Looking devilishly forward to you coming over to see Mummy's bees. I was wondering if I could ask you a favour, but do you know the family of that absolutely ditzy Mr. Mortimer? Any chance you could ask him to chaperone you to the soiree? Yours sentimentally and sincerely, Beatrice. Buzz buzz.
I mean, You need to put in as many S's in there as physically possible. Beautiful, beautiful.
So can we just change the name to Violet Elizabeth Bott?
I think you would get a note back, and it's like oh, hi Beatrice, it's me, Francis. I just want to clarify, I'm not a scientist. I'm a mathematician, but I know of Mortimer. He's my cousin, and yes, he's very well. He likes his flowers. Maybe, yes. Well, let us meet up and have tea, and I'd love to see the bees, and maybe we can talk more about science and arts and maths. Yours sincerely, or faithfully, or warmest regards, Francis. Anyone else?
I can read my first letter.
Please.
Okay. This is from Lydia. My dearest Westley, I must apologise for being so terse with you at the funeral. I realise now I was making assumptions, and I'm glad you and Hyacinth have met. You're both very important to me. I hope we can set our plans in motion soon. Remember, I am very happy to come to London, and I can contribute my income from piano tutoring. I'm quite good at it, you know. Yours as ever, Lydia.
I am now going to go. Melissa is going to send a letter to Dennis.
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Cook. It's me, Melissa.
Darling.
Oh.
Milicent.
I just wanted to formally say thank you for the invitation to one of your picnics. And picnics is definitely like quotation marks. I was wondering, I don't wish to intrude, but are you and Miss Jones, I don't know if, well, I've heard things, and I just wondered if it could just be us two, if that would be, it sounds incredibly forward, but you seem the sort of person who would be a good listener, and I've been through so much lately, and I just would like to take my mind off the issues at home. If this is inappropriate, then I totally understand. I just enjoyed sharing a mason jar or two at the funeral with you. Thanks. Bye. Melissa.
He receives that, writes back one word, yes, and then draws a little map of where to find the picnics.
Beautiful. Good to know. Good to know. Does Hyacinth or Dennis have another letter?
So I have one written from Hyacinth. Dear Mr. Reagan, I hope you do not find me impertinent in writing this letter, but I fear I cannot trust a messenger to deliver this message without misconstruing my intent. All this simply to say, I would like my handkerchief back. I say this not as a demand, but as a hopeful request. First, as it was my mother's, and I would hate to lose a part of her that I still have, for they are few and far between. But further, I would request it back for an excuse to see you once more. If you felt something in that touch, as I did, meet me at 3 o'clock tomorrow at the new Old Town Bell Tower. If not, I shan't speak of it again. Sincerely, Hyacinth Northbury.
Okay, so please.
Can I?
Yeah. What are you
Can I
planning?
add a PS to my letter?
Sure.
Oh no!
Yes.
We're in the
Yes. 100%. What are you thinking?
PS. I would love to see you in person, perhaps tomorrow at 3 o'clock at the cafe next to the old bell tower.
Beautiful. So this is interesting. You 100% can add that in.
Yes.
What I'm thinking is, are you going to use your compel to get Wesley to come to you?
No, I really want to see what he does.
Perfect. Then I would suggest then keeping that, because I think everyone wants to see that. No. I think because I think you were going to compel them to. They must come and see.
Okay. Yeah, it's just
that's the thing. But I think that's fantastic.
Okay.
Great.
Well.
Is there one more, I think? Or
I have another letter. Do you have another letter? Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you go next. You go first.
Apologies. I was
My second letter is from Dennis. Dear Mr. Braithwaite, Lydia is a great girl. You should give her a shot. She's fab and hot. Sincerely, Dennis Cook.
This random man just walks in and is like, "Hello, darlings. You should get from Lydia." Can I just clarify, which Braithwaite are you talking to?
It's
Edwin, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Wow, you went for senior.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Is that the rumour that Edwin...
That's the rumour, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That Lydia and Edwin are...
See.
Ooh,
Manipulating
it's Hyacinth and Wesley that are rumoured to be courting.
No,
No,
but
there's
Edwin.
Lydia.
Edwin.
Manipulating
we're
of
doing
society,
that.
which is specifically with Edwin.
Ooh, you're going to do that? Do you...
Yeah, I'd originally wrote Dear Edwin, but then I crossed it off. I'm like, no, Sir Braithwaite.
Yeah.
I forgot to clarify. Yes,
Technically,
it
it'd be
is.
Sir
Perfect.
Edwin, technically.
Wow.
Sir Edwin Braithwaite.
No, if it's a Sir, it's a Sir in the first name.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
It's a little
English.
bit important.
You passed the Life in the UK test.
That was not one of the questions.
Yeah.
I would not know that. Right?
Okay, so the rumour Lydia is manipulating her way up society thing. That's being invoked. I guess who gets the resolve token from that? Because it's
questions. It's got to be Lydia, surely, because it's affecting her.
Mm-hmm.
There's rumours being spread that Lydia's getting it jiggy with the old man.
Are you happy for that, Lydia?
I'm happy for that. Yes.
So your resolve token. There you go. So that's both those rumours are no longer in use. They are common knowledge that Braithwaites are deeply in debt, and Lydia's getting around a little bit. You've got one final letter, I believe.
Okay. Dear Edwin, I'm terribly sorry, old chap, but I seem to have missed your wife's funeral. Wonderful old gal, Valentina. First-rate brain. I'll miss our chats about her beautiful ranunculi. Yours faithfully and all that, Mortimer. P.S. I seem to recall someone who knew a lot about bees. Fascinating stuff. I would love to continue the conversation. Anyway, hey-ho.
What a way to end it. Hey-ho indeed. Brilliant. All right, we're going to come to, with all that out of the way, we're going to come to our second novel chapter of this cycle. So the same thing again, we're going to choose a chapter type. It could be an event, it could be a visitation, so lots of short little scenes, or a split, as if two events or more are happening at the same time. Any thoughts?
I'm possibly going for visitation, because I think there's a few little things set up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd love to have a piano lesson as well. As well as sitting hopefully in a cafe.
Sure.
Fabian, I'm screwed, dear boy. I've got 2 hands. What do I do?
What do I do? And I'm like, I'm not talking to you.
We have a piano lesson at 2.
Yes.
And we're both looking at the clock going, we need to wrap this up.
Yes.
Okay, that's happening.
So I think so visitation. So we're definitely going to have a scene of you two together before heading off to the bell tower. That sounds pretty good. Is there any particular scene that you would like to do, Will, at all? Anything that either your Beatrice or
I certainly think that Beatrice would love to meet Mr. Mortimer. So we'd love to do that. Possibly a chance for Fabian to have some more personal alone time with Hyacinth, if possible. Fitting in between. How's 2:45 for you?
I've got a piano lesson from 2 to 2:30. I could possibly.
It's a problem. I do apologise.
Could you maybe 3:45? See, I've invited someone over for tea at 3 o'clock.
I'm not sure my schedule permits.
2:45.
Tell you what, I'll be taking a little walk around Old Newton.
2:45. 2:45 sounds splendid.
Wonderful.
I
We'll do
told
that.
you. We said fast. We said
Yes,
fast.
we did say fast. So I think, so I can imagine a scene where you're nearby, perhaps maybe we'll use resolve tokens for that, perhaps, so that'd be quite good. It makes sense that you're in town for something, you don't
Yes.
have to do that just yet. Is there any particular scene, obviously I appreciate you
I
stopped
don't
me too.
want to do that scene.
I don't want to do that. Cool. Great. Well, let's start off with that. Let's start off with the beginning of the piano lesson, if that's okay. So I'll just let you take it away. What is this? We could, from both of you, if you can have like a little detail about where you're having this piano recital. Like, where is it? Where's the lesson happening?
Well, I think we have it at. Do we have it at yours, or do you,
That's
do
the
you come to
question. Do
mine?
you bring the students around to yours, or do you travel to them?
Travel this massive piano.
just bring a few pianos. I probably have slightly more modest accommodation, but you know,
No, I would
we're
imagine
quite-
you'd go to the
Yeah.
So maybe the
drawing
local
room.
church, perhaps, or something like that,
The bell tower.
or the town hall, perhaps, or community hall, which will possibly have a
I just feel
piano
like
forte.
you have a piano in your drawing room.
Piano
and then
tutor, yeah, you'd come to me.
Yeah. I'll just
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So so you're at
Which
Hyacinth's
makes it worse,
house.
so I have to sneak out of the house to
Exactly.
get away from this tea that I said I'd be at.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good afternoon, Hyacinth. I see you're practicing your skills already. Wonderful.
Dun, 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 dun.
Very good.
Dun, 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 dun.
So you're going very well. We'll try again in a
My
minute.
pinky slipped.
I know.
It does that sometimes. Bad pinky. Bad pinky. Anyway.
Did you you were at the funeral yesterday, weren't you?
Oh yes, terribly sad. Valentina was a lovely woman.
Oh, did you know her?
Yes, actually. My old friend, Fabian, was well, obviously Fabian Braithwaite, Valentina's son. So of course I met her. She used to make the most interesting cupcakes. They were made out of beetroot.
Oh yes, I was given one offered us something similar when I arrived.
Oh yes, I think they tried to use her recipe. It wasn't quite the same.
No. Did you meet anyone there? Did you have any conversations with anyone?
What an odd question. It was a party, of course. I met people. That's what one does at parties, of course.
A funeral party.
Well, a celebration of life, as it were.
Yes, of course. Yes, anyway, well, shall we have a look at Ode to Joy?
Yes, yes, actually.
I'm just going to remind other people there are tags that can be used. There is the tag of impertinence that we could use
Oh,
against.
yes.
So
Okay,
anyone
yeah.
can use a resolve token to have that negativity happen in the scene. I can't because I used all my tokens.
Can I request a random number to decide what song
Of course
I'm
you
learning?
can. Well, here's the question. How are you feeling?
I am feeling very nervous but hopeful.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, number between 1 and 20, please.
3.
Okay. So get the impertinence out of the way. So are you happy to have that
Yes.
negative tag impertinence?
Yes. So I will.
Do I give this to
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because you're imbuing it.
Catch?
No.
No, that was
We will
never
get it.
going
We'll
to
get
go
it.
well.
We'll get it later. We'll get it
Okay.
later. But yes. So you've got
I'd like to. I'm assuming that there's this maybe a jug and glass of water on the. Yeah. So while you start playing, I'm going to pour myself some water and then bring it over, and then I will trip and spill it. And I was like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Oh, I seem to have forgotten my handkerchief. Do you have yours?"
I must have one upstairs. I obviously have more than one handkerchief, of course.
no, she did.
I don't seem to have one on me. I could call. Oh, don't make me call my cousin. I hate her.
Oh, no, don't worry. Actually, look, I found mine after all.
Oh, thank you.
I wonder where yours went.
Oh, I think I misplaced it. I'm sure I'll find it eventually. I'm quite fond of it, but I'm sure I'll find it somewhere.
The song you were playing, by the way, was the Grease Mega Mix.
Whose was that?
This one.
Whose was that? No.
That was so
Which was my own. Yes,
So it goes like,
You're the one that-
hopelessly devoted.
See, I was going with, you're the one that I want. You are the one I want.
It's good.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Honey.
Honey, yeah.
Bees.
No!
So I say at this point as well, I'm going to spend a token from your Aunt Abigail, who appears in the room at this point as she comes in her beekeeper outfit.
Of course.
And puts it off like,
God.
Darling! Hello!
Abby,
Miss
hello.
Jones, hello. How's the music going?
It is going, I think, well.
Oh, she's doing marvellously.
Fabulous, fabulous. Look, Hyacinth, I need you to come help me out in the bees. They've escaped again.
But we're halfway through her lesson.
Oh, don't worry. You can have the rest of the afternoon off. You must come, Hyacinth. I need you in the garden straight away.
Oh, okay. Will it take long?
Probably all afternoon.
Oh, I couldn't possibly. I think I'm actually allergic to bees.
Hyacinth, we've been over this. Bees are our lives. We've taken you in. No, Miss Jones, you may leave if you must. I don't care for your music. I only care about bees.
I can help you for a short while, but I must be.
What is more important than bees?
Coffee. I have run out of coffee, and the chef has asked me to go get more. Because if you are not properly caffeinated, dear Aunt Abigail, then how can you expect to take care of the bees?
That is true.
And, you know, the chef can't go herself. You know, she broke her foot. And she can just hobble about the kitchen. You couldn't expect her to go into town and get coffee.
You are right. You must stay here in the kitchen and do the kitchen stuff, and I will look after the bees.
Yes, I will stay here in the kitchen. I
Yes.
absolutely will do that.
Something tells me someone's burning their charming tank.
Yeah, are you trying to get out of your are you trying to get out and just be like, of course I'll do it, that sort of thing?
Yeah,
So
of
you
course I'll do it.
Yeah, perfect. So you
I'm not doing it.
No, exactly. You're
As long as
charming.
I'm not with you.
Yes, you're charming basically because she was going to try and she was trying to complicate you by making you stay and miss your appointment. You're so charming. Of course I'll go into the kitchen and stuff.
Yeah.
So you've done that. You've burnt that resolve.
Yeah.
Yep, and you discarded that from there. So do not worry. That's all done.
So it might, throughout the entire thing, I was like, this horse-drawn carriage is hydromatic.
Fantastic.
Gosh, your aunt is a lot.
That's
I'll leave now.
Is she Vader? Yes. That sounds very much like Cuthbert Deathblow.
Yes, they pretty much. But yes, so she goes, well, I'll leave now, and turn around and leave to whatever bee machination she's doing.
If you want a reason to escape, I actually have somewhere to be at 3. You could come with me some of the way if you like.
Well, I actually have somewhere to be at 2:45. It's a long story, don't ask. But yes, depending on where you're walking, I could certainly accompany you part of the way after I totally pretend to be in the kitchen.
Yes, well, no, that would be lovely. The old clock tower.
You're going to the bell tower?
The bell tower, yes. The cafe next door.
Oh, the cafe.
The old clock tower, the cafe next door to the
Oh,
bell
the clock
tower.
tower is next to the bell tower. Yes, of course. Sorry, I don't know why I said the bell tower. I'm not. I don't have the bell tower on my mind. Yes, I think. Where did we say we were meeting?
Come on!
In the grounds, in the grounds of my estate in Newton.
Okay.
Oh, but you're going to rush to the ground.
You old
No, I think you were meeting. Oh, I see. Oh, this,
No,
is,
so
really
I'm
awkward. This
going-
is awkward now.
I'm in Newton at the moment.
Oh,
I'm
you're
going to
walking
New
around.
Old Town.
Yes.
I'm taking a walk into old
Old New Town.
Oh, I
Town.
see.
Right.
Yeah.
So where are we?
You're in Old Newtown.
You're in
Old-
her house.
And her house is in Old Newtown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Right.
Newton.
I'm in Newton. And I'm
New
walking
Old-
into old Newtown.
So where are you meeting? Where
What
are you?
idiot came up with these names?
Okay. So
I'm on the borders. I'm
bell
On the
tower.
border.
Bell
What's
tower.
just called
Clock
town.
tower.
Cafe.
Cafe. Street where I said I would meet
Yes,
you all.
perfect.
All
There
in
you
the
go.
same sort
Yes,
of area.
Yes,
absolutely.
nice.
Oh, yes. I mean, if you don't mind being a bit early, I'm going to this street name, Desire, That's the name of the street.
Bazaar. Wonderful.
Yes, I believe there's... who named it that? I believe someone called Tennessee Williams. Yes. But yes, I could certainly take a walk there.
Charming. Well, since I've been given the rest of the afternoon off, shall we go?
Yes, let's leave quickly before anyone else in my family tries to stop me.
Fair enough. So you sort of make your way, you sort of pack up various bits of street music and stuff, and you're on your way. Let's go to Sir Fabian, if that's okay. As you're sort of making your way up, I'm going to say Melissa joins you, your sister.
Oh.
Hello, where are you going?
I was taking a little stroll around the estate.
Me too. Yeah.
Well, will you walk with me a little? It would be a pleasure.
Okay, I do have an appointment.
Oh, do you? Do tell.
Oh, it's a picnic.
A picnic?
Oh,
Who are you seeing on this picnic?
Oh, that'd be telling.
Please tell me the picnic's at the clock tower.
It's not specified.
If I had enough resolve,
I know.
I'd be playing it.
it's
Well, listen,
it's in the park.
Yes.
Next to
Opposite.
the bell tower.
Perfect.
Okay.
It's between the coffee shop and
Like the village green.
Yeah.
The village green.
Exactly.
Coffee shop, village green, bell tower. Fantastic.
Street where you're meeting. Sorry.
And which is all on Desire Street.
Yes.
On Desire Street.
Perfect.
Yes. While we walk, Melissa, I thought we might talk about. Father has desires for you to marry at some point. I feel
I've heard.
as your brother, I feel it would be remiss if I did not also encourage you to do the same thing. It's a woman needs a man to in the respects of the in society of what I'm trying to say is
she brings out her mason jar and goes.
Well, I wonder whether you thought about the prospect of a man called Dennis. I hear that he's quite a eligible bachelor. He's really quite,
Mr. Cook.
yes, Mr. Dennis Cook. Which the name is familiar to me somehow, but yes. I've heard that he is a man of much standing and of much respect. He is a little ostentatious, as I say, but he is he's a good man, I understand, and
Yes.
you would do well to think of it. So think on it.
Yes.
I
will very hard.
I'm going to, as Edwin.
Oh no.
Papa? I'm not there.
Okay.
But because of that really impertinent letter that Dennis sent about getting together with Lydia,
Yeah.
Melissa has been banned from seeing Dennis.
Oh. Ooh, interesting.
Which Fabian would be aware of.
Oh.
I'm not saying.
Oh, interesting.
I'm not saying that he has to stop her. I'm not saying that she can't see Dennis.
But that's a condition that.
But I'd like to know that because obviously he received a letter saying basically get
Lydia's
together,
hot.
bow chicka
Yes.
wow wow,
Yes.
love Dennis.
I believe the quote was, "She's fab and hot."
Such impertinence. Such impertinence. I would never have a daughter of mine dealing with such a cat.
Yes, Papa, you're totally right. I must leave now.
So I'm aware of this.
Yes, I guess from that you could have, probably your father shouted at you through the hallway or through the door, telling you
or you overheard the.
It's public knowledge in the brave way. It's probably because you were talking about the debt, probably that the news has got around and stuff like that. So we have to look a certain way.
Yes.
We can't be dilly dallying. We have to marry for money.
With such impertinent people.
Yeah. Yes. No. It's just a thing with some friends.
Right. Well.
Yeah. Anastasia. Lydia Jones's friend. Did you meet Miss Jones?
I did meet Miss. No, I didn't. I think I
did meet Miss
I
Jones.
did have the pleasure briefly meeting Miss Jones. I believe. Yes. As a piano teacher of some sort.
Yes, that's right.
Woman does trade.
She's
it's
friends
very
with Dennis. I mean, Mr. Cook.
Right, yes, Mr.
Yes.
Cook, yes, of course. Okay.
So yes, no, just hanging out like just a couple of gal pals in the park. Mason jars.
Mason jars.
Yes.
Jolly good.
Just a couple of gals being
Well, I wouldn't want to keep you. Yes.
No, it's,
But anyway, well, this is my stop.
I'm also walking this way.
Well, we can walk together.
Okay.
Isn't that
That's great.
pleasant?
Good. I think Dad.
Were you at Mother's funeral yesterday?
No, you go.
Yes, you were there. We did.
Yes.
Yes, I remember. You.
Yes,
Yes,
I was here.
You
I
were
was
serving beetroot. I remember.
Yes,
Um,
I was next to you.
Of course, yes.
You forget about
It
me.
was,
I remember.
and I do apologise.
What's my name?
Oh
Text notes.
It's Melissa.
She's already walked away.
Disappointed.
I think Father should get therapy. And me possibly too.
Brilliant. Cool. I guess before we have this sort of interlude, is there anything that Wesley would be doing before getting ready for yes, looking at these two notes?
Tearing out his luscious hair.
Fuck. It's basically
Easy enough.
Just
he rocks up bald.
yeah, exactly.
All his hair.
What happened to your luscious hair?
I guess my question for you, Wesley, is are you planning to make both appointments? Or are you going to go for one over the other? I can't compel you to do anything, I'm just out of interest. Like if you've got, you're monologuing.
Oh, yes, no,
I'm
you
monologuing.
you can monologue
You
yourself.
can't do it to yourself.
Oh,
With
okay,
somebody
no.
else.
I
would
will
like to.
monologue.
That's, yeah.
So yes, please ask the question or anything.
Please monologue your precise thoughts and feelings right now.
Shit. It's an incredibly difficult situation that one finds oneself in, which one wasn't exactly expecting. I'm a man of logic of reason. Some might say sometimes occasionally clever. Obviously previous adventures notwithstanding. How on earth have I let myself get to this? Now, Lydia is a fine woman, and in all honesty, I'm sure I would be totally, wonderfully content with her if things had actually progressed the way they were supposed to those 3 years ago. And now, it all seems to be so changed. She seems to be desperate, clingy almost. I'm sure she'd be an absolutely fine wife, but there's nothing anymore that... But we are betrothed, and I feel that it is the right thing to do, to stay with someone to whom you are betrothed.
Oh shit!
Even though, of course, my family do not approve of her. Especially now that the rumours are circulating that she's trying to sleep with anybody to get some form of social mobility. And then there is Hyacinth. And I freely admit that it was just a touch of a hand and a loan of a handkerchief. But in that brief touch, it's sparked something inside me which I have not felt for Lydia for quite some time now. The right thing to do, of course, would be to stay with to whom I had agreed to spend my life with. But these 3 years apart have not been unkind to me. And I don't feel that that life is the one that I wish anymore. Duty must call, but this lure of the heart is stronger. I do not know which way this would go. I wish my good friend, my brother and Fabian and I could just sit down and talk. He always had such better reasoning when it came to matters of the heart than I. He used to speak of his sweet love, Rose, all the time. I wonder what happened between them. Surely I didn't get anything that got in the way. I wish there was a simple answer to this. I wish there was a way in which this could all work out. But I fear that duty must call, and I must do what I have been betrothed to do, even if it breaks my heart to do so.
All right, very good, very good. Let's
I
go.
feel very guilty now.
Why? You shouldn't feel guilty at all.
What are you shaking your head for? You weren't there. That was internal monologue.
This is Emily.
Oh.
Emily was here.
Anyway,
After that intelligent disagreement.
so
Act in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromises my desires. It's what I'm supposed to do.
Anyway, let's see. The next scene, I'm going to say we'll move forward a little bit. We're at, it is like 2:45, and both Lydia and Hyacinth have made their way to whatever square, and I'll leave it there, like, because I know you have an earlier appointment, perhaps. So.
Well, will you be alright from here? I'm just going to the cafe.
Yes, of course. I'll see you next week.
Yes, of course.
I'll be practicing.
Wonderful. I can't wait to hear your next rendition of the Grease medley.
Yes, it's really lovely, isn't it?
Yes, it
You know,
is.
hopelessly devoted to greased lightning. I don't even know what greased lightning is. It's fantastic.
I know.
Anyway, I'll see you. Hi.
As I appear as you good afternoon, Miss Jones.
Every time I hear that, I just want to go, here.
No, Miss
Miss
Jones. Oh, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, I
Fabian.
hope you are well.
Yes, quite well.
Wonderful, good, jolly good.
How is your father?
He is well as can be. He is well as can be expected. I was just taking a little constitutional round into old Newtown, and thought I would. Yes, it's nice to stretch my legs out of Newton. And the lovely Miss Northbury as well. It's good to meet your acquaintance, Might Rupa. I'm wondering if you'd like to take a short stroll with me.
A short stroll? I mean, my leg hurts a bit. Well, I could take a short
Well,
stroll.
there is a cafe close by, I understand, that is very good. Or perhaps at a clock tower, there is a little picnic place where we might sit down.
Oh, well,
This is
actually, the
better for
best
you.
thing for a hurt leg is to walk a bit. So,
Jolly good.
yes, we'll just
Are you
walk
sure?
a
I'm
bit.
going to the cafe too. You two can come.
I actually am allergic to tea. Terribly allergic. I just realised. It would be it'd be best if I did not.
Perhaps another time.
Constitutional
Well,
for,
yes.
for Miss Northbury's.
Of course.
Yes.
Do you give my regards to your family?
Of course I will. Yes. Absolutely.
Let me know if you need piano lessons. Have a lovely walk.
I'm actually quite proficient. Apparently.
I know all of Grease lightning.
Not just selections. Fabian, it is excellent to see you again.
It's excellent to see you too. I am sorry that it was under such circumstances that we met last, and I feel I acted as a fool and the beast, and I did not mean to strut away in the rain in quite such a hot-headed manner. That is unlike me, but I am discovering so much about myself that I feel I've been untruthful, and it is. Oh, dash it! I want to lay out as clear as I can. The family's stone broke, and it seems to me that nothing really matters anymore. And well, it was always Mother who tried to keep us apart, and now the old gal's in the grave. Godspeed and all that, but can't you see now? I don't mind that. I don't care that I'm from Newton and you're from somewhere else. It doesn't matter to me anymore. There's trappings of being the heir to Newton. Like what I'm saying is this: why don't we run away together? Why don't we make?
I am going to interrupt.
Sure.
Oh.
A shadow appears over both of you as you're about to say, "Why don't we run away together?" And you just hear, "Sir Fabian." You turn around and you see Jane.
Oh!
James Austen.
The third party, possibly in your thing.
James.
Sorry, I saw you across the square, and I thought I'd recognise that hat anyway.
I always said that I shall see you first next time we meet cross paths.
Yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your date with the little woman.
Little?
This is Miss Lady Hyacinth Norbury. You show her the correct respect.
Of course.
What brings you to old Newtown?
You quite well.
Quite, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking into the area. I'm looking to expand my business.
I bet you are.
Indeed.
Last you expanded your business, it exploded all over down.
Careful, we don't
Fabian.
All over down Northbury.
Yes. Go for it.
I'd like to spend this,
Yeah.
my last resolve,
Yeah.
as Wesley,
Yes.
to say, "You bastards!" and punch James square in the face as I have turned round the corner and seen James
Yeah.
next to Mr. James, Fabian, and Hyacinth
Yes.
all together, and it might be a little bit extra, but I'd kind of like Lydia to be in earshot as well.
I was going to say, can I be like just staring out the cafe window?
You seem to be staring out a lot of windows. What's happening? Yes, because I think the only condition I'd have on taking that is turn around and goes, "Oh, where's?" Yeah, knocks on the floor. Says, "There's no way to treat an old friend."
Old friend? Why, if I had a stick, I'd whip you within an inch of your life, sir.
Oh, get over
I will
yourself.
take my stick and I will rap him on the head.
Oh!
And then immediately wrap you around the face.
Ow, what have I done, Fabian?
You know bloody well what you've done.
I've no idea. We
Excuse
thought
my
we
language.
agreed that it was going to be that James was the person that was at issue here.
You are both an issue.
What?
James is absolutely... James. You have taken my money and you have caused irrevocable damage to my family.
Well...
And you've taken us both in. This is Mr. Regan's... Wesley's being taken in as well. Wesley, you know that I understand that you were equally duped by this gentleman here.
So what on earth has been between us these last 3 years?
Dash it, I can't tell you now.
If I may, gentlemen. At this point, James gets up, flicks
I'm
her
out of
hair.
tokens, man. I'm out of tokens.
I understand. There's bad blood between us, and I apologise. I don't wish to air my dirty laundry in front of such a wonderful, beautiful lady. But
I think both Fabian and I bristle when he says that.
I think you're both like they're like bodyguards in a way.
Yes.
Like anyway, obviously, I wish to thank you for helping me on my way for business. I am expanding into the country, and I just thought I'd let you know of a new little business venture that you two might be interested in. We are developing a motor car to come and have
Motor car?
Yes, you have.
What the hell is that?
It's a cart without horses. It will go quite fast, quite quickly. You will make it back and down to the capital within no time at all.
What are you going to call this? An Austin Metro or something?
Have you been looking at my notes, Wesley? And I just thought I should let you know because, this is an ample time to invest in it, gentlemen, should you wish to. Oh, no, you can't. I remember.
The gloves come off. Fabian, no.
This is a matter of
I know. And I punch him again.
I'll take that. Is there anything that Hyacinth and Lydia would like to do? Obviously, there's a little bit of action happening outside as you're seeing this.
I'm sort of just transfixed by the whole thing.
I'm totally being uncouth and low class. I'm racking up these negatives.
I know.
I'm just watching this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
ping-ponging back and forth.
Yeah.
Fair enough. The only thing I'd say... So I'm just gonna... Yes, it was Melissa, wasn't it?
Melissa, was it?
Milicent, what are you doing here?
If you... Again, there's a lot of maybe a kerfuffle and stuff like that, and sort of arguing between people. If the camera sort of lifts up a little bit, you can see sort of, again, if Dennis consents to it, like you see Dennis and Melissa walking arm in arm to a picnic where other people are, but they definitely seem to be together in that sense. If that suits Dennis at all, again.
Dennis is happy with that.
Yeah, he's like, yes!
Is Dennis getting some?
Dennis is desperate to marry. I don't know
Yeah,
how
that's
many
what
times
I've always
I have to say
Dennis
that.
is happy.
I mean, So I don't know if we do a picnic scene or something that I'd like to happen, but we
can do that on the next one, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we've ended it quite explosively at that.
I was also like, should I go and help? I sort of feel like my natural inclination would be to help the person being punched, but also I'm quite fascinated.
Were you going to go meet up with Wes?
Well, yes, because I'm just watching. I'm sort of aware that you're there, but I think I'm just kind of like, what's going on?
Are you also aware that Hyacinth is there? Is that
I'm aware that Hyacinth's there, but I'm not aware that they're meant to be meeting up.
That's okay. Yeah.
Maybe I'll go to the door and sort of be like, Wesley.
I'm going to either pretend to or just don't see Lydia. I'm too busy focusing on James on the floor and, of course, making sure that Hyacinth is okay. I'm not saying that I do. I'm not saying I ignore you.
No.
I'm saying that Wesley does not
see you.
Does not appear to see you.
Yes, indeed.
Brutal. All right. If there's nothing else, we'll wrap up that.
What I was going to say is that I think if Fabian can deal with James for a brief moment, whilst I make sure that Miss Northbury is okay.
Well, I do say actually, Fabian does say, well, Wesley, you may talk to this lady if you like. Yeah, she's hailing you. I will deal with James. Can you not?
I mean Hyacinth.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, do you drunk?
Yes, he's now directing. Yes. Yeah. Nice work.
No.
Dude, she's standing over here.
Now who's cock-blocking?
Of course. Let me just check to make sure that Miss Lydia is fine. Then, thank you.
Miss Hyacinth.
Not Miss Lydia, Miss Hyacinth.
Now you, James.
Let me just check that Miss Hyacinth is okay. Then, of course, I shall go and speak to Miss Lydia.
Of course. You, James. And demand satisfaction.
So I'm going to take Lydia a little bit to one side.
Hyacinth.
This one.
This one. Yes, you're going to take Hyacinth.
I'll take
to one
Hyacinth
side.
to one side. My lady Hyacinth, I got your note.
Oh, it's not quite 3 o'clock yet, but
I know. I fear that I came early, and I reach in and I bring out the handkerchief, and I hand it back, purposefully making sure the hands do not touch. It would be improper for me to state my true feelings in the matter. So I must say thank you for your letter. And at this point I am going to reach and bye. And I'm going to turn and walk away.
Well, what's this result?
I've seen all this from the cafe. I would like to go over. Stop there! Don't go anywhere. Wesley, I have something to tell you. I am engaged, and I hereby revoke all of those plans we made. That they're not happening because I'm getting married to someone, and I wish you all the best, and Hyacinth, I wish you the best too. It's been such a pleasure being your piano teacher. Goodbye.
And scene.
Yes, beautiful. What? That was amazing. Okay, we're going to go on to the reputation phase. Yeah. So we assess the behaviour in against the reputation criteria. So I will read them out again.
You've already given them a monologue, haven't you?
Yeah.
Damn it! I want to give them.
I can do it. So we can do it now. What do we do now?
Wait a second. We'll do the reputation, and then we can go to the next page.
Bad that you can just do 2 monologues.
Again, I say.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's okay. So, so just again, the general criteria that's out that society is holding your actions to. Mm-hmm. You will gain a positive tag if you've acted in service of duty or morality in a way that compromised your desires.
Oh.
Yeah. So just put a mark on that. We'll get that in a second if you've done that. Acted in obedience to society's conventions despite considerable hardship in doing so.
I tried.
You did try, yeah, that's true.
You gain a negative tag if you've acted in against society's conventions.
Punching a guy.
Twice.
Acting on a desire in a way that compromised your duty or morality.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh, all over the place.
Okay. Well, we'll go around this way because obviously you do have your own specific conditions as well. So let's go with Lydia. What are you thinking, Lydia?
Well, yes, I agree. I think I did the acted in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromised my desires. I think I haven't acted in obedience to society's conventions. So my own one is sacrificed or denied your own desires to please someone of higher rank. I don't think it really.
No,
it's like
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Acted in contravention of society's conventions. Oh no. Acted on desire in a way that compromises your duty or morality. No. Presume to order, instruct, or make a demand. No, I didn't do any of that. Okay.
No.
So I think just that one.
I guess it kind of makes sense in a way because you kind of kept out of the fight and then at the end you sort of denounced that you were like, I'm not part of this sort of thing, so it makes sense that your reputation stays the same, so that's good to know. We'll go on to Sir Fabian.
I don't think there's anything in the positive here. I do think it is acted on desire in a way that compromised your duty or morality. I think I very much. I don't know if there's anything else there. Shamed or embarrassed the family name? Not really. I don't think so.
No, I think
not quite. Maybe. I don't
well,
know.
you did argue it. You did try and say let's run away.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. You did.
Yes.
That's true.
I did say that. All right. Yes, I can possibly say that as well. Acted in contravention. Should we go for the three? Acted in contravention of the society's conventions. Kinda, yeah, because it's a looping and it's kind of like.
Again, we'll do it so let's just one tag, just one that just makes it easy for you. So what should we say for your negative tag?
Oh, okay. In terms of negative tags.
Or one we can make up as well.
Yes.
Impulsive.
Yeah, probably impulsive or passionate. Is that kind of like
So you've currently got sensible.
I have sensible.
And you've got old-fashioned.
Yes.
Is old-fashioned negative?
It is
It
negative.
is a negative
one,
yes,
yeah, I know.
yes.
I'd almost say you've almost burnt the old-fashioned by
yeah,
suggesting an elope. I mean, I might actually request one of my resolve tokens back because I spent a resolve token to be there to punch James.
Yep.
I reckon I should have said burn my self-disciplined.
Oh,
that's very good. Yes, very good.
My self-disciplined.
Yeah,
that's a very good point.
Should clearly be burnt.
Yeah.
To
Yes.
punch
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's a very good point.
Great one. I love that.
Yeah. I suppose it's like probably the most impulsive thing you've done.
I think it's not so much. I think it's just coming from passion as opposed
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he'd actually go through with it.
No, probably not.
If he did, then it'd be impulsive. But I think just putting it out there.
Well, I think he's not thinking straight. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
it's like
I'm going to say
passionate.
Yeah.
But there's going to be passionate that's negative. So unthinking.
More like emotional, or
we can go emotional.
Like the
head, heart ruling head or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind because there is a sort of negative passion that can make you do things that's like
spirited,
hot-headed.
Hot-headed.
Perfect.
That's good.
Hot-headed.
I can see
yes.
hop, and that was enough. That was enough.
Hot-headed, isn't it?
Hot-headed. So yeah, if you put that on your sheet, so you've got two negative tags.
Cross off my self-discipline.
Yes, thank you.
What
Yes.
was the previous one? That was yours. Was it
Impertinent was
I
crossed
haven't
off.
taken one yet.
Was crossed off.
No, because we were saying that your hadn't changed at all. You said you couldn't really.
Well, I've got one positive thing, so that's
yes, please, yeah.
the acted in the service of duty or morality in a way that compromised your desires.
Great, perfect.
So does that mean I get
A positive tag, but we can make one up.
Yeah.
So you currently have open as your positive and
Martyr.
dangerous.
Martyr, yeah, that's good.
Martyr?
Yeah.
Martyr.
Or selfless, perhaps.
Come on.
Selfless.
Up to
Martyr.
you.
I don't know. There's only one selfless thing I've done, but
It counts.
People have seen it. Though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah.
So what, selfless is that?
Yeah,
what you put?
okay.
Okay, selfless. Cool. Hyacinth, is there anything? You currently have misinformed and uncouth because you burnt your charming one.
I did burn my charming. I don't think I necessarily did any of these. I was certainly intending to, and then a lot of other things happened, and I didn't actually get to say much. So.
That's
Yeah, James.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, that's nothing against like.
Aha!
But
Proper
yeah,
plan.
I certainly maybe have been about to do some of those things, but life, James got in the way.
James.
James. Okay, and Wesley.
I certainly think that I acted in contravention of society's conventions, or
Okay.
acted in an uncouth, low class, or vulgar manner. I think is fair to say.
Great.
Okay.
All right.
James
So
twice.
let's get a negative tag for you then.
Well, this would be my third.
Yes, I know.
Violent.
Violence. Really
uh,
with violence?
Prone to violence, or
I mean, hot-headed works for me.
It was
as
still,
well.
it's
yeah.
still hot-headed.
Yeah, we can do that
Hair
again.
hot-headed.
Yeah, hot-headed. I think that
Great,
works.
isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so you have 3 negative tags.
Oh, dear.
Bum, bum, bum.
Do I have? But the problem is neither of these actually really match it. Oh.
So to explain what this is, so when you have 3 of the same type, you trigger a reputation condition which is on your character roll sheet, and so you've got 2 positive and 2 negative ones, and you choose which one to take. So what are your negative reputation?
only
ones?
one makes sense.
Oh, read them both out so people know.
So the first one, which doesn't make sense in this particular context, is mind your own business. Others distrust you and refuse to participate in your schemes and plans. Doesn't make much sense in this one. This one does. Fracture. Someone close to you is appalled by your behaviour and refuses to talk to you. So the question is, who is going to refuse to talk to me after I let my emotions get the better of me and punch that cat James twice?
Who?
I mean,
yeah.
she just broke things off.
I did just.
Yeah, I think Hyacinth, surely. Like,
Hyacinth?
Oh,
yeah, no? Because
Oh, I was thinking 'cause-
because we've already
Yeah.
done it. Okay, yeah,
yeah, because
sure.
Lydia just was like, no,
Yeah.
I am engaged to someone else.
But why was that? Was that because of Wesley's violent behaviour, or was that because...
It wasn't, but I suppose everyone could believe it was. I don't know. It was just,
That's fine. Well, what we could do, so normally when you get, when we trigger a condition like this, you have a short scene to describe it. What I would say is that maybe you try to call on Lydia, who refuses to answer, and your sister Anastasia appears.
She gets to come in.
She's like, "What do you want?"
I'd like to speak to Lydia,
And
please.
she's not here.
Where do you know where she is?
Yeah.
Could you possibly pass on a message to her?
What's the message?
That I would like to speak to her, please.
Ah, you see, that's the problem. She doesn't want to speak to you. Look, I don't care, right, about this and, oh, I'm a solicitor and, oh, I'm just misunderstood or whatever. No. I see for what you are. Oh, God. You're nothing, Mr. Reagan. And you would leave me and my sister alone. Do you understand? She doesn't want to see you.
And the door's closed on my face.
Yeah, pretty much. You're just like, huh?
Yeah, but I'd like...
Yeah.
Oh, I like her.
who was that, Anastasia?
No one. I mean, hello. Come, Melissa. Come, Francis. Quick, on an adventure. Wonderful. So so you currently have the condition sort of fractured, and that does not remove until you drop below 3 negative tags. So,
Well, I'm still considered untrustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have unfortunate connections. One of which are just
You
death,
just,
to
yeah,
be fair.
exactly.
Cool. So there's that. So is that everyone done then in terms of
Yes.
reputation? Brilliant. Okay. So come again to the letter writing phase.
Oh.
So we're going to take a little pause again, and I just want you to write something. It can be short, it can be sweet, it can be from any of your characters, but up to 2 letters. If you've got resolve tokens, again, you can compel someone to write a letter to you as well, and we can go from there.
Are we able to write letters from any of their perspectives?
You can compel them to write a letter, but it's only ones you control.
Okay,
that you write
that's
a letter
fine,
to.
right.
But thank you for clarifying.
Okay.
So I'm excited to hear some letters. I see a coming. What can I help you with?
So, I have established that my character was coughing by the fire. I would like to receive a letter from my doctor informing me of how my condition is progressing and how my doctor expects my prognosis to look.
Okay. Sure, I'll take that from you. Yes.
I would like to rewrite one of my letters then in that case.
Wait till you get the result.
I'm not saying she's dying like now. I'm just saying.
Wait until you hear the damn letter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Maybe the doctor's wrong.
so-
I mean, romantic comedy.
Romantic comedy.
So an official letter comes to the Northbury's establishment. It's like one day at breakfast, and Abigail is obviously going through the post of bills.
Honey on toast?
Yes, of course. More honey than toast. If anything, you have toast with your honey. You're surrounded by a jar.
It's like
Toast
cereal.
on honey.
Yeah, it's like cereal, but instead of pouring milk on it, you pour
Oh.
honey.
Yeah.
And little bits of toast floating in it.
Is it honey like cornflakes? Honey like Cheerios?
It's like just
Yeah.
bees everywhere. You're living in a hive. So she's going through all the stuff, and she's like, for you.
Oh.
You see it as an official missive from the your local practice, and it says, "Dear Miss H. Northbury, prior to your last visit to the practice, I'm writing to you, telling you about any developments as requested. Unfortunately, it does appear that your condition is worsening due to the tests. We must insist that you take measures to alleviate yourself away from the household, in the sense of being surrounded by bees and your allergies on that front.
Thank you.
We would advise you, in order to stop your conditioning from worsening, that you must move to a place of higher climes, possibly abroad. We will send you more recommendations should you wish, and you're more than welcome to come into my practice any time. Regards, Emmy, Oscar, doctor, and nurse. Emmy and Oscar.
Yes, it's everything else.
Okay. Higher climbs it is.
Somewhere more than 5 miles away.
Not from round here.
Shall I read mine then in that case?
Absolutely, go for it.
My dearest Hyacinth, sorry for such a display of violence. However, I feel a connection with you to a level I never thought I would find with someone with whom I could plan a long and happy life with. I look forward to seeing you and discussing this further and investigating how the best way our joint life could progress. Your humble servant, Wesley.
And what did you write to the other one?
Do you want to write to the other one?
Yeah.
The other one has a name.
My dearest Lydia,
Mm-hmm.
sorry for such a display of violence. If this has caused you to break off our engagement, please accept my deepest apologies. However, the truth be told, I feel that our betrothal has not survived the intervening years. We were both young, and I feel that perhaps our situations have pulled us apart, as opposed to bringing us together. I know that you are a wonderful woman, and I hope and I know that you will find someone who will fit into your life far better than I have. Yours in friendship, Westley. I've played the cards, and I've gone with the girl who's dying.
Not if I go to higher climbs.
Any other letters?
Yes.
Please.
Okay. Dear Sir Edwin.
Stop calling me! Stop calling me, woman!
I have heard there are some unfortunate rumours spreading about the two of us, for which I would like to sincerely apologise. I fear my friend Dennis might be behind these. Please don't think badly of him. He is a mischief maker, but he has a heart of gold, and, with the right influence in his life, He might really make something of himself.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Nice. Oh, very cute.
Now it's clear I have no insalubrious designs upon you. Perhaps you would like to go for tea one afternoon. I know you must be lonely after the loss of your wife, and I have recently broken off a secret engagement. I think we could both use a friend. Yours faithfully, Lydia Jones.
Oh. Beautiful.
I mean, the stickler in me would say that if you are starting a letter to someone whom you know the name of, you use sincerely. If you are starting a letter to whom you do not know the name of, it is yours faithfully. But I'm
Is
not.
that the difference?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm American.
But I come
Since
from
day
humble
one.
origins and I didn't go to school, so.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's great.
You're posh, aren't you?
Any other letters?
Brie and
Yes, I
goat
have,
cheese
yes.
all
Yes.
over again.
Alright, let's hear the letter
From whom, sorry?
From the desk of Sir Fabian. To the desk of Mr. James. His Grace Sir Fabian demands satisfaction of you. You are to meet him at the heath at dawn. As per tradition, you have your choice. You have the choice of weapons. Grudgingly, Sir Fabian Braithwaite III.
Oh my goodness.
Bum, bum, bum!
And the other one said, "There was fun. Such happiness. I am engaged. Mortimer popped the question yesterday in the
What?
infirmary. Mortimer popped the question yesterday in the infirmary. It was quite furore. What with all of him having." No, do that again. Nope. It was quite furore. What with him falling through the cucumber flame. And who could have known he was gravely allergic to bees? He's rallying rather well. And he told me he didn't care. 100 of these things could not stop him, his pure love and affection for me. How romantic. You, of course, will be my bridesmaid. You will say you will. The wedding will be on the second Saturday of September. Lovingly yours, your sister. The sister once removed to be Beatrice.
Oh my god.
Who's that to, sorry?
It's to Francis.
Oh, Francis.
Francis.
Go on! Drama, comedy, literally no gap in between.
Nice.
100%. You there will be a response of Francis going, "That's amazing! Oh my god, that's incredible! I totally forgot to ask Mortimer to come meet you, but it looks like you did it all by yourself. It was such a go-getter. I would be delighted, and I cannot wait. I would be honoured to be your bride of honour, if that should be. Yay. So yes, so she accepts.
Second Saturday. There will be a wedding.
There will be a wedding. I love it.
Did you check with Mortimer?
I did.
Oh,
I got
right, okay.
to-
Mortimer consented to this.
That's good. That's good.
From the desk of Mr. James to...
Where did you consider again?
from
Wait.
the desk of Mr. James.
Don't like
Yes?
Oh,
I also wrote a letter to
Yes.
Mr. James
Please,
Austen.
go for
Before
it.
he
Yes,
says
yeah,
anything,
yeah.
he would have received both of these, I
Oh,
assume.
no, of course. Sorry, apologies.
Dear Mr. James Austen, you will leave this town. This is not a request, nor a demand. It is a fact. You will leave, and you will not bother Sir Fabian or Mr. Regan ever again. Enjoy your miserable existence. Signed, someone you do not wish to cross.
Okay. Amazing. I love that. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, sure. Let's have a letter from the desk of Sir James.
Sir James. He has no title, I think you'll find.
Sorry.
It's
The desk of James.
It's
The desk of
Sir
James.
James, Mr. Austen.
In brackets, Sir. He's put that in himself. To Sir Fabian Braithwaite. Oh, come now. Really? Oh, if this is all about honour and money, then fine. Tell you what. Let's do pistols.
Fine by me.
Wow, I didn't realise you'd get a response.
It's the text messages. Basically,
I pressed send too soon. I meant to press return.
James gets a note back with just 3 dots.
Yes.
And another one, just
Okay.
3
So-
dots.
Yeah,
And then 3 dots, and then eventually.
Yes.
So you've got to stop using us like this.
So pistols at dawn. And why not bring Melissa along as well? I bet she could use a little bit of fun in her life.
Melissa, my sister, down. Oh, that's got me wound up now.
My sister?
That cat.
You see, I came across her in the park.
Oh no! Oh no!
And I had to disentangle her from one Dennis Cook. I overheard that maybe they should be sneaking around together, and it would be really poor form for this to get out. Her reputation as a Braithwaite, I mean, it's already dragged through the mud, what with your money problems. Kill him, Fabian, kill him! So, I put it to you. We have this little duel, fine, but let's sweeten the pot a little bit. You turn over any other business, your titles and stuff to me. I'll marry your sister and your money will be back. I think that's only fair. And this little grievance between us could be easily swept away. See you at dawn. Think it over. Yeah. See you at dawn. Jay.
I'll see you.
Message undelivered.
So wait, he's saying
Yes.
that kind of like it on top of just the.
I think so. The duel
aside.
is obviously for your reputation, because obviously,
Yes.
like that's a very personal thing. But I've spent a token from him to witness the sort of Melissa
what's going on there.
and because he has heard that from Edwin, or that it shouldn't be together, and there's definitely been like a no, that this could spread and ruin her reputation as a good woman.
Okay.
Because she's deliberately going against the family wishes.
So this is aside from the duel. This is like a deal. It's
Yes.
like if I hand over all of that,
Yeah.
my stuff. There.
Sure. Yes. Absolutely.
Well, hopefully I'll kill him first, and then we can talk afterwards. But we shall see.
Sure. Excellent.
Oh.
Is there anyone that has any? I can see more writing furiously on this. What is going on? So I have a few.
Can I
Yes.
compel myself to send a third letter?
Well, can you come by yourself?
I don't know.
Or just write. Say aloud what you're thinking.
I'm thinking in this situation, I am in dastardly need of a friend, and I think I might reach out to my one-time friend, that guy, Westley Regan.
I would suggest.
We can do that in the novel. We can do that in the final, the new one, surely. That's true.
We could. Or you've got the tag of sensible, and I think in this time you can
Keep forgetting
burn
my tags.
that. Yes, you can burn your own tag. That's a good positive tag, and you're like, I clearly need help. I need to have a ration. I need to sensibly think this through, and I can only do that. And there's only one person because we've had this position. So you can definitely, I would say, if you burn that tag, you get that. We can do it like that. Why not?
Sure.
So yeah, you can do another letter if you like.
Okay. Yep. Yes.
Or we can have a short scene in some way if you want that instead.
Maybe you could seek
A
him
short,
out.
yeah, I will seek him out. A short scene, actually.
A short scene?
Yeah,
so that's fine. So
temporary.
that we'll do that in a second then.
We'll do that in the final novel.
Yeah, we'll do that in the final. That'll
Yeah.
be the first thing. So I really like that. So yeah, so you've burnt that, and so you've got that resolved. So you're going to compel to have this conversation, if that's okay.
I've had a really cool idea, but I don't want to say it until it happens because I want the impact of when it happens.
Sure. Okay. So just
I have a cunning plan.
I want a yes and that when that happens.
Okay.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I am. You have a cunning
On
plan.
my
Excellent.
foot.
I have a cunning plan. It's a plan so cunning you could stick a tail on it and send it to Cunning University.
I have a
That
letter.
mix my Blackadder quotes up. I'm so sorry.
Dear Dennis, you are respectfully the worst. But I love you dearly, and I am very sorry to hear it hasn't worked out with Melissa. Let's have a party at Anastasia's house and drink away our sorrows with urns and urns of champagne. We'll invite everyone we know, and it will be such fun. Yours lovingly always, Lydia.
Lovely.
Lovely.
I have one more letter.
Oh, you do? Please write that, yes.
Dearest Fabian, you once asked me a question, and yesterday it seemed you were about to ask me the same once more. Ask me again in a week's time, and I shall give you an answer.
Ooh.
Sincerely, your Rose.
Plot twist.
I'll be dead by then.
It's called
We're
Kicking the
ending
Can
up-
Down the Road.
We're ending up together purely because we're the only ones
One's
left
left
alive.
alive. Yeah.
What did we create here?
If I can get out of this darn house and get to some higher climb,
That's it,
I will
yeah.
be fine.
You'll
Yeah.
survive. Okay.
I have a final letter from Anastasia. It doesn't say anything. It just says, stop writing. And she sends it to Wesley with the unopened, or a
An unopened, yeah.
letter.
You didn't receive it?
I'm going to spend that.
Yes. Nice.
Yes.
Ooh.
During this, however,
I love
Yes,
Anastasia.
please, yeah.
I want to know
Mm-hmm.
what my good friend Fabian, before he has that talk with Wesley, I want to know what's going through his head. Monologue, please,
Oh,
sir.
cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Dear, oh dear, Fabian, you really have put your foot in this time, haven't you? What to do? I mean, you must demand satisfaction. You must, absolutely. That man has besmirched your honour for the final time, and bringing the question of Hyacinth's honour into it is beyond reproach. We'll have to meet him in the field of battle and do the honourable thing. Dash to me, kill him, and dash to me kills you. That's what it is, my man. That's what Father would say. Yes, he would. But to bring my sisters, I should never have said that. I should never have gone against Father's wishes. I should never have had a little sport and tried to just get her to interested in anyone. I have no idea of this James is not James. Dennis. Dennis is a good sort or not. He seems fine. He's got a bit of money. Maybe he'll be able to make. She needs looking after. But if her I cannot put her reputation through this, and Father's is as well. What I do with my life is mine to choose. But what should I do? My dear once friend Wesley. You would be able to get me out of a jam in this situation. Even if we did go under together in that blasted railway business. I could turn you in times of great distress. You understood absolutely what. But how? But you cock-blocked me, bro.
Yes.
And it's, you don't do that. But maybe I should
Bros
put
before proverbial
before,
hose.
exactly, before wenches. Perhaps this time I put it all behind us and talk to my good friend and try and repatch what I can and get him to see if we can work out how to get us out of this mess in one way. Yes, I shall seek him out. I swallowed my pride and dashed it, Fabian, for you, for Father, and whatever comes, even if he. Well, I shall see where I am in a week's time with Hyacinth. I really should tell her I'm called Fabian, not Fabian. It's kind of fun. I like how people pronounce Newton. Not Newtown, it's Newton. Anyway, signing off.
Love the way his monologue just goes off. It's beautiful.
Very beautiful.
Okay.
All right, we're now.
Can we
Yeah, sorry.
do the final monologue?
So,
Yes.
So what I'll do, I'll move to the upkeep phase just
Okay.
anyway, but we will still be using that token
Okay.
in a second. So, in the upkeep phase, basically, it's just a check-in. Essentially, this would be the end of the cycle in general. So first of all, use up any monologue tokens, and then we refresh them. So it's so we've got one monologue token left.
And one person yet to hear from.
Yes. So
I'm
what,
so sorry.
So what are you asking? I guess what's your specific question, or how they're thought, or is it just a general
Is
thoughts
this
and
just a
feeling?
general what is going through Hyacinth's mind? And does she? How hopeful is she for the future? I suppose is kind of like for her future. I suppose.
Well, you're going to get that back in
Oh,
Yeah, I'd keep it for the moment, but yes.
Oh, so I know.
Keep it there. You keep it there. Yes.
So this is just as she's opened up the letter, and this is her thoughts. Higher, higher climbs. Yes, I've been trying to get out of Aunt Abigail's beekeeping horrendous place ever since I got here. Oh, this chest. This rumbling in the chest is not going to get better if it keeps breathing this honey-infested air. I need to get away, but I don't have enough money to get away. And how do I get money? I'll have to marry. Westley is something, isn't he? The electricity, I've never felt anything like that before. Not since the days of young love back in the gazebo with Fabian. Fabian. Always thought we'd end up together. But, people change, people grow up, and he asked me to marry him 3 years ago, and then not. How do you unask someone to marry you? Well, he did, somehow. I guess it must be one of them. I guess I'll have to see which one I can get. I know which one I prefer. It seems my life is on the line.
She wants to go with Fabian, but if she stays here, she dies. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's picking Westley?
No, I want to be with Westley.
Yeah.
But, I have a backup. He already proposed to me.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Ish.
I just
Maybe.
Kind of flaky.
I kicked the can down the road a bit. I'm like, ask me in a week.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll have made a decision
And
by
let's
then.
Beautiful. All right, so now we refresh those monologue tokens. So I'm going to give these back to you folks.
Thank
So
you.
same thing. And one to you. Now, normally, we then refresh tokens for me. So I get 3 tokens back because I've got less than 3 because I've used them up very quickly. But because this game is shorter than most, normally there'd be more of a back and forth per se. So you all get 1 more token. Essentially. Yes.
Lovely.
Give you-
Thank you very much.
I got one left.
Dennis has 2.
Edward has 2.
There you go. Whoop. Yeah, and so normally in a longer game, we do stuff like progressing in a conflict, which we've not been a part of this. Maybe replace desires if we think they've changed somewhat. Use expanded backstory actions, so like again building more of this character again like a proper novel. Unfortunately, we're not going to do that for this one. And then we just review the collaboration in the sense of like, are we still happy it's a romantic comedy?
I think we can pull it back.
I think we can pull it back in the final bit.
If we do, it's in the hands of Beatrice.
Yeah, true.
She's the
It's
only
all
one
Beatrice. I can't wait for the wedding of Beatrice.
There was
Mortimer.
Mortimer, yeah.
No,
Everyone's coming to your wedding.
It's the second Saturday of September.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
This is all still like, this is like the 16th of
February,
Yeah.
yes, it's been very good. Historical accuracy is a little bit important. It seems to have gone out the window a little bit. That's totally fine. There's a motor car now, apparently. They definitely.
A James Austen Metro.
Exactly.
Let's have a carriage.
We're,
Ahead of his time.
we're still happy that the gender balance is off, so anyone can be anything, etc. So that's fine. Hidden info, we've still got some, and I'm sure people seem
I
to be
don't think we
fine.
do. Does anybody have
No, I think
anything
it's-
hidden still?
Maybe.
Oh.
Well, like,
Some
some bits, but again, still hidden, so that's fine. Anything else that people would like to avoid at all? Anything like that? I appreciate we're going into sort of the final section of this sort of
The
thing.
denouement.
The denouement, yes. No? Anything we'd like to see? So just we did have an embarrassing scene in the garden. I just completely forgot we did that.
Was the gazebo at the
Yeah,
start,
I
but-
completely missed that. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, completely. So we have awkward piano recital,
yes.
which we kind of
yeah.
had. Yeah. Stormy weather, which we did have, and embarrassing in the garden gazebo. Is there anything else we'd like to see in this sort of final bit of an act at all?
I've got something, but as I said, I'm gonna play that token when it comes.
Super.
I have shown my partner in crime, and I think your expression said
Always
it
on
all.
for that. Cool.
I'm here for it.
Brilliant.
I sort of feeling like Melissa and Anastasia should have a bit of a thing. I don't know. I just feel like Melissa needs a happy ending.
I also want Lily to have a happy ending as well.
Yeah.
We can, yeah.
So normally you'd have like you would do for the shortest run of this, you would do the cycle 3 times, and each time obviously you develop the characters a bit more, and then in the final stage, what we're going to do, because it feels unfair to finish the one shot just like that, because we've also got a duel possibly going to happen, we've got other bits and pieces. So what I'm going to suggest, and I've agreed it with the players, is that we're going to do one final novel chapter, and then we're going to move to the final epilogue, which describes our scenes. So what I will say to you, players, is that you've got tokens, use them,
Yes.
don't lose them, monologue away. If you're like, monologue, no, you monologue, that's totally fine as well. And you do have your tags as well. There are no rumours available, because you've used them all up, so that's totally fine. And yeah, we'll just go like that. So, the final novel chapter. Do we want it to be an event, a visitation, or a split scene?
I think we know what the event's going to have to be. There's a blooming duel happening.
Oh, there's the
That's right.
duel.
That's
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. But then can we all, after the duel, all go to Anastasia's house for champagne?
Yeah, that was awkward.
Yeah, the announcement of the engagement plan. Well,
But should we also have a visitation of...
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
gosh,
it's a
it's
split.
not
Maybe it's
confusing.
a
I
little
think
bit
it's a split scene actually,
Ooh.
but it depends on. So basically, the difference is event means everyone's at the same place.
Yeah.
But also, if you've got coins, if you've got tokens, you can be like, I'm also here. You know, you can still use that as well.
Yeah.
A split scene is more there are 2 or more events going on at the same time, but in different locations, and it's more like cutting back and forth. And the visitation will say it's lots of little scenes, essentially like that. I think I feel for this, it is just the event, and people can just pop in. Like you can always just be there or be around and involved in some way. And then we can talk about the party, which I absolutely love as well. So
Well, that's the epilogue, surely.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
perfect.
But yes, so definitely the duel, because that is
Everybody
very
getting pissed at Anastasia's house.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right, I'm going to ask, because I keep forgetting to ask, how is Wes feeling just now about getting ready? Actually, yeah, because you're going to have your little scenes.
We're going to have the
Apologies.
scene, yeah. So that
Tell you what.
I have no idea this cluster flip is about to happen.
So tell you what, we'll have a little scene, and then I'm going to ask you how you
Yeah.
feel after that scene. So, so how does Sir Fabian come and give this news or ask for
I
his?
think that Sir Fabian comes to his door. I think he's...
Sure. I'm guessing it's going to be fairly late at night at this point.
Yes.
Past midnight?
Probably.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a knock at the door.
A little bit of time, and then Wesley himself actually opens the door. Fabian, it's past midnight. What are you?
Wesley, may I come in?
Of course. I'm afraid all the staff are asleep. I'll tea.
It's
Something
fine.
stronger?
It's something stronger actually would be wonderful. Yes, thank you. Yes, I didn't know where to come, and I feel I have a lot to say. First, let me say this, and I'll lamp you across the face. Well, I felt better.
I'm going to ask what for.
As well you might. I feel that it has come time for me to put this behind me. But Wesley, I'm sorry. I've acted as a complete fool. You're talking to Mother about my original relationship or wanting of a relationship with
Rose,
yes. Damn it, it's her little name. It's Hyacinth all along. Hyacinth is Rose, you dunderhead.
I probably deserve that then.
Now you see. She said that you met, you had some small talk about some woman who I was interested in, and I know I told you about my...
Well, yes, we were talking about finances, and I told her about this lovely Rose that you've been harping on about.
But you said I was in love with someone from out of town, from not round here. There's only one person that shit mother knows that I know that's not from here. I'm a very insular person.
Oh, Fabian, I'm sorry.
She cut it up. She said she wasn't going to put up with any son of hers marrying someone from not round here.
My dear brother,
She's right to do it.
Did I cockblock you?
Yes, you did.
Oh, bro. Oh.
It's okay, because you're my bro, and bros before wenches.
Bros before wenches. And I go into hug.
Oh, beautiful.
It's at this point, however, I feel compelled to say I have declared my love for Hyacinth.
Oh, shit.
And I fully anticipate the punch.
Right.
I literally just do this, waiting for
I
it.
don't really want to punch you right now.
That's fair. It's okay.
Oh. Stop blinking. I can't stay. You know, I think there's been a lot of soul searching I have to do here. I have no right to hold on to Hyacinth. I could have married her a long time ago.
I know that feeling.
It's mother.
Well, now
I think...
May I? It's very bad for me to say, but up until
please.
recently I have actually been betrothed myself.
I didn't know.
We kept it secret. We met in London several years ago and fell madly and passionately in love, and as one does, one asks the question. She lived elsewhere. I needed to stay in London for the practice, and whilst we remained betrothed, 3 years is a long time, and letters can only do so much. And we drifted. I thought we were still betrothed, but fairly recently she decided she never wanted anything more to do with me. I think it's because she saw me punch that cat.
That might do it.
Yes. I don't know whether you've known Lydia Jones at all.
Lydia, yes. Seems a nice girl. Teaches piano or something. Yes.
She's very nice. If you want, I would put in a good word for you, but I don't think she likes me.
I have been meaning to re-engage in my piano lessons. Yes.
I'd highly recommend it.
Send me her card if you have.
I certainly. I would not necessarily mention. I'm not in her best graces at the moment.
Of course.
Her younger sister is well, she's a bitch. So,
Candidly put.
Yes. So if I were you, I would maybe not mention my name if you are going to engage in.
No, of course.
In piano lessons.
Absolutely. My discretion, of course, is yours.
Was that everything, Fabian?
No, it's not everything. I'm in a sort of bother with James Austen fella. It's not so much myself. I challenged him to a duel, as you would expect.
Right.
He dishonoured poor Hyacinth, and really must follow through with it. It's really the done thing. But that's not why I came here, because he's threatened to take my wait, you're my second, so that's done now. As I'm sure you'll be very happy to oblige with. Yes,
that's natural.
It's my sister. It's Melissa.
Milicent. What about her?
Yes, something like that.
Margaret. Molly.
Yes,
Maeve.
sure. Yes. What?
Maisie.
She's always. It's never. It's always.
Madrigal.
I think
Madeline.
It might be.
Mary.
Likely.
Maria.
The other way.
Anyway.
Margaret. Listen. Yes, she's. Mr. James has seen her with this Mr. Dennis, and believes that and wants to expose her as some wanton woman.
Such nerve.
He has offered to cover it all up in exchange for my land, my title, and my money. Now, as my old friend and great confidant, I ask for your counsel once more.
I wish I had counsel to give. I mean, this is ludicrous. You know as well as I do that your shooting skills are abysmal. I'm sorry, Fabian. You know I love you, but I once
never
saw
took
you
to
miss.
military arts like my father.
I once saw you miss a barn door
It
from
was
inside the barn.
It was caught in the wind. It was. No, your point is well made, and I asked frankness, and you were giving me that. So I thank you for it. Oh bugger.
I have a plan.
The plans.
Leave it with me,
Okay.
and I'm going to spend
Yeah.
my resolve
Yeah.
to write a note
Okay.
to whom I am not going to say.
Okay. All right. I will let you.
Are the table okay with this?
Yeah.
So spend it.
Intrigue.
I'm especially okay because I have an idea that I know what it is.
So,
Okay.
Fabian, my brother, I will do what I can. I have a plan. It is fairly cunning.
As cunning as a fox who's just been made Archbishop of Cunning at Oxford University.
So cunning, you could stick a tail on it and call it a weasel.
You can take the resolve token back. I don't want it. Enough.
Archbishop. Professor.
Professor. Okay. Cool. Anything from Hyacinth? Anything from Dennis? Obviously, we've got Mortimer as well.
Mortimer's
Beatrice, Edwin. Of interest. Is there anything that they?
God, I
those
feel
folks
like I have
do?
so many compulsions.
So how?
Feel
I
free.
just wonder, how are we going to find out about this duel? Is the word just going to spread?
Oh,
We'll just know
totally
tonight.
will
Yeah,
spread.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
I mean,
all
Or
our friends
turn
are
up.
superior.
Yeah.
everyone doesn't have to like turn up, if you see what I mean. But you know, we can have if we want certain people there, we can do. So, for example, I mean, we know for a fact these two will be there. James will certainly be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I would like
7,
to
8,
come.
9, number 10.
Yeah,
This is
you'd
not
like to
right.
come?
Yeah, because I think that's an exciting thing to watch, and feel like Dennis.
It's like you just watching us out of a bloody window.
Just hold up a pane of glass.
Do love those windows.
Dennis and Lydia have like brought a bottle.
But yeah,
Picnic blanket.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Naughty picnic happening.
Did your letter say anything about the duel?
Oh, yes.
To
The
That
person who I'm
person.
sending it to.
oh no, not to. I was thinking to
Lydia. No, I didn't know about the duel.
No.
My letter to Lydia
Yes.
never made it to Lydia.
no, but what was? Remind me what was in it.
It was basically, I'm sorry for my display of violence, and I'm sorry it's ended this way. I will forever be your friend.
Okay, cool. What I would say then
Mm-hmm.
is that you and Anastasia probably having an evening soiree just for you, so maybe prepping
Okay, yes,
for
yes,
this party that you're planning,
Mm-hmm.
and you're better off without dealing with such caddish behaviour. You know, guys, just us. You know,
Yes, me too, Anastasia.
you know, it's just they always say so much like I'm sorry for being violent, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, etc. But I put an end to it. You don't need to worry about stuff anymore.
Sorry?
Oh, he called, desperate to have a word with you, and I said no to that.
Okay, thank you, Anastasia. Anything
Can you
else?
Yeah, can you imagine? And she pulls out a wodge of letters. Every single day he's been writing to you, same thing over and over. Can you imagine a man like that? The way he's treated you, a secret. You deserve better.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I kept him secret too.
So that's your business.
Okay, Anastasia, you're a wonderful sister, and I very much appreciate you protecting me, but I'm a growing woman and I can protect myself. Please may I read those letters?
You need to have a spine, sister. And she just throws all these letters at you. And her bio, she turns away and completely forgets about you.
Yes.
Doesn't remember you anymore on that front. So yeah, so you get all these letters and you can piece together something, maybe not necessarily about the duel, but for his genuine apology to you, if that helps. This, if you want to have an action next, if you see what I mean.
Okay, so I'll read them all. Okay.
Tell you what, shall we say for the last thing that was delivered just past midnight was sort of like, you know, my dearest Lydia, I fully appreciate that bitch of a sister of yours will not be delivering these letters.
Yes.
But on the off chance that things do not go well tomorrow, I need you to know that I am forever apologising for my previous behaviour and hope that you have a good and healthy and wealthy life. Yours, hopefully not to be perforated, Wesley.
Perfect. Yes. So there you go. That makes it so much better. Thank you.
Can I also spend?
Oh!
Yes.
Well, this is actually is Beatrice's. Well, which is actually in that bunch of things. There's letters as well from Beatrice.
Oh, she's been hiding all my letters.
There's a couple
Give me that. Give me that, Mr. Postman.
A couple who slip through that were please desist from teaching my cousin the piano. There is no note H. Incidentally, I know that I will be requiring some piano lessons at some point, and I thought you might come up to the house every now and then and teach me.
Oh.
Also, my
Aunt
will be feasting with the Braithwaites next Sunday. So always welcome to come if you so wish.
Okay, well, I'd like to reply to that.
Yeah.
Okay, dear Beatrice, thank you so much for your letter. Our piano lessons are already terminated, I believe. But I would love to teach you to play the piano. It sounds like you already have a degree of musical expertise, so I'm sure there is.
So you write that letter. It won't go off because it's middle of the night.
Yes. Okay, but I'm scribbling away.
I'll answer this back.
I was say, and yes, I would love to attend this dinner. Thank you so much for the invite. I look forward to getting to know you much better. Okay.
Perfect.
And I would like to reply to Wesley saying, understood. Please don't call my sister a bitch.
So you write the note, but again, it doesn't go out till the morning.
Yes.
And you just deliver it to his cold, dead corpse.
Yes.
Oh.
Cool. I'm going to
If I've received this letter from Wesley,
You have?
as soon as it is respectable to go over to his house, I am going over to his house. Whether I make it before the duel or not is up for fate.
Did we decide where the duel was?
It was a
Dawn
dawn
on the Heath.
On the
On
heath. Surely it should be on the green next to the
Next
bell
to the
tower.
We called it the Heath. That is
I
actually-
actually think
It's the Heath.
it's the park.
Yeah, it's the park.
Perfect. Yes.
People doing croquet through.
Yeah.
Sorry, by the way.
Don't mind me just passing through.
Yes. Well, so I think maybe it's dawn and you hear the clock, the bell tower going.
And maybe you're hurrying through the
Yeah,
park.
I'm going on my way to your house. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see me there in just
With pistols and
going over it.
yes.
Yes. So we can have that scene if you'd like. So you can either
The
up on one of
duel.
them or both of them because James will appear.
Is Lydia going to be? Lydia's rocking up as well, isn't
Yeah,
she?
I'm gonna come. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come as a good duel.
Yeah.
No, it's not happened yet.
Oh no.
What a great duel! He's
Oh,
dead. Look.
Yeah. But I did want to guess. I did want to check. We weren't getting in it, and there was just gunshot.
No. I would definitely
We
have
did it.
that he appears out of the mist
Fine,
at some
okay.
point. That would be my
Okay.
on that.
So we're getting ready.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
so we're checking out the pistols. Are you sure, Fabe? Are you sure? There's not too late to back out.
As a gentleman, I must do this. There's the family honours to uphold, and it is checked this morning.
Here, have my jacket for the time being.
No,
I don't need. No, you don't need to be shivering. Your aim's bad enough. And I'm gonna drape
Time
my
being,
jacket
thank you.
over his shoulder.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome.
Mr. Reagan,
Miss Northbury,
Fabian.
it's Fabian.
He is right. It is actually Fabian. It's been Fabian all this. I like
Really?
Fabian.
Really? You've never corrected me all these years?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
No. It's yes. It's about time.
fool.
Do not feel a fool.
Just feel misinformed, my dear.
I am misinformed,
Yeah, that's-
clearly. Yeah.
That's the callback.
That's a call back.
Oh yeah.
Why are you two here with guns? You're not.
No.
You're not
You must
shooting.
think.
No.
No.
Wait, no, wait.
No, I'm finding someone
no.
else. Bros. Yes. Bros before. No.
No, yes.
What?
I would you mind? I had a little chat with.
Certainly, I'll. Oh, hello.
Hello, Wesley.
We'll go and have a chat over here.
I feel that we'll have a chat.
So we'll have a scene between you two.
Yeah.
You two.
Do I really have to call you Fabian now?
Not
That
if you
just
don't want
sounds
to.
so.
No, I should have told you a long time ago. It's probably a lot.
Yes, you should have.
Well, I thought it was kind of cute, and then it kind of just became. I just didn't want to correct you, you know.
You're sweet.
Thank you. I'll take that. Listen, Hyacinth, I got your letter, and in some ways I would wait forever for you, but I wouldn't make you wait for me. And I'll always love you in a way, but I feel it's more the idea of you and what we had. I've been doing a lot of soul searching the last few days with Mama dying, and I want you to know that, we'll always have the gazebo.
We'll
And I wish
always
you-
have a gazebo.
And I wish you all the best in all your endeavours and a long and happy life. And who knows, maybe mine shall only be a few members longer herself.
Yeah, so
So fare thee well.
here's to long and happy lives for
Long
both
and-
of us.
Long and happy lives. For you.
For both of us.
For both of us, especially
Fabian.
you. Yes.
Fabian,
Yes.
you are not dying because of that fool James.
We shall see what happens.
All right.
Promise me.
I promise you.
All right. We'll cut to the other couple talking.
What are you doing here, Lydia?
Thank you for your letters, Wesley.
It really was the absolute least I could do.
My sister only thought to show them to me yesterday in the middle of the night. So I only just read them all.
I think I might have used some uncouth language about your sister. I wasn't expecting you to be reading it.
Yes, I think you did, and I forgive you.
Thank you.
And, I haven't told her, so she doesn't need to know. It was never the violence. He seems awful. Punch him as much as you want. I just saw you and Hyacinth together, and at first I was terribly jealous. But then I realised that you really had a connection, and we did care for each other very much once, but it's something that I don't think we ever had, the two of us, the way that you and Hyacinth have it. And I really do wish you all the very best.
That means a lot. And depending on how the next half hour turns out, I might have someone lovely to introduce you to.
Oh, really?
It depends.
Well, yes, I'm recovering from a breakup, actually, but we'll see.
It's okay. He's a slow burner.
Okay.
But as I said, it all depends on what happens in the next half hour or so.
Yes, of course, and you must focus on your
Yes.
on your important duties.
Yes.
Well, what do we have here? And out of the mist of the morning rises, like Dracula, it is Jane. Long black coats. No second.
Oh.
I
No
think
second.
confidently of yourself, sir, in
Indeed.
choosing pistols like some
Yes.
nouveau riche
Gosh,
Coward.
you were quite well. Oh dear. You always were quite a mummy's boy, weren't you?
Mummy's dead.
I know.
Didn't you come to the
And now
funeral?
you're just a boy. I see you have your little entourage with you, but fine. Name your second.
My second is my good friend and brother, Mr. Westley Regan.
James.
Cool. My second is using a token. There. And he points to the tree, and there is a man in the tree with a massive ray gun. No. That would have been amazing, but no, a much bigger sort of like rifle.
Like a sniper, yeah.
Sniper. Should anything?
Not sporting.
It's decidedly not.
It's not sporting, of course. What made you think this was going to be sporting at all, little woman?
Because you're supposed to be a gentleman.
What's the fun in that?
Okay, you're supposed to have a brain. You agreed to a duel, did you not? There are rules to these things.
Sorry, did you just bring the women along to watch, like, another funeral happen?
Enough talk.
Are you quite well?
At this point,
Yes, please.
the letter which I wrote earlier and spent a resolve point on,
Yes,
I'm going to spend the resolve point
yes,
from Edwin.
yes.
As there's a
Yes.
ratcheting sound from behind the man with the musket.
Yep.
And you hear, I think not. Now, this has gone far enough. And you basically, the guy who's got the musket basically is like, turns around and just gets
Yes.
rifle smashed
100%.
down to the teeth everywhere.
By
The
an
guy-
even bigger
by
musket.
an even bigger musket. Good shot, Papa. And you see Edwin strolling up. You see Edwin strolling up with putting his rifle in there. Ah, yes. Mr. Ray's gun. Now, I received a letter last night from some young man saying that there was going to be some form of shenanigans here at dawn. Fabian?
Father? Yes, as a matter of honour, as the man here, this gentleman, has impugned the honour of our lovely Miss Northbury, and I was and of this lady as well.
What did he do to me?
They were
Me?
when they were both talking, he was talking trash about
Wait,
them.
gentlemen.
I understand
Yes.
May
that Maleficent was involved as well.
Yeah.
What about?
Was it you or was it?
May I ask,
Let Hyacinth speak.
for a second,
Yes.
why you men must solve things with violence when you literally have a solicitor? You could solve this in court.
In a court of law.
No.
Yeah.
I was told in this letter that my darling daughter,
Oh, that too.
Margaret, had
Yes.
also been
Yes, also.
impugned.
But that's a separate matter.
This man has not slighted me at all. I have nothing against this man.
I'm very sorry.
My point stands. You should sue each other, not shoot each other.
No, this one's far better. Out of the way. And he's going to push Fabian to one side and stride out onto the dueling green.
Okay.
So Edwin's going on.
Edwin is going on in Fabian's place.
Oh my
Ooh,
gosh.
Okay.
Father, I can't let you do this.
It is my daughter, my family, my honour. This one's mine.
Sir Edwin, I believe it is customary for people about to do a duel to have a favour or something. Would you like my silk handkerchief?
Of course. I shall take the silk handkerchief and I shall tie it around my neck.
Feel about this.
Okay.
Go on then, you cad! How do you think you can take on an army colonel?
Oh, I don't think so. Because I'm going to compel you to use dangerous. Your tag.
Ooh, yes.
That you've tied it slightly too tight, and the wind blows the handkerchief up into your eyes, hiding your eyeline sight so you can't see during the duel. I'm compelling you to do that, but you don't
Yeah,
have to.
yeah,
No, it's fine. To be fair,
So you'd burn that. So you would burn that tag, and I would give you a thing for that.
Yes, okay.
Because I'm using that against you.
Yeah,
it's in
yeah,
your
yeah,
wishes,
yeah.
essentially.
Thank you.
There you go.
okay.
Okay. So yeah, so you have this.
Yep. Then it's blowing and it's. Have the pistol.
I'm
Okay.
just saying, court of law. It's right there.
So we are. Sorry, I'm just gonna. Yes, I've moved that one. That's what it was. So, well, back to back, shall we?
Back to back, they face each other, drew their swords and saw each other.
Oh,
Back
God.
to back, 10 paces.
Yeah,
Turn
paces.
around and
Do.
shoot.
Sounds like an adorable plan. Aha!
Oh, may the best man win.
I'm sure he will.
Okay. Is it?
I'm
Yes, yes, do
sorry.
it. Do
No,
it. Do it. No, no, no,
Do
no.
it.
I'm just compelled as,
Yes,
as
do it. Do it.
my hot-headed nature,
Yes.
I think,
Yes.
is but I cannot let my father take this duel from me. I absolutely cannot.
Yes.
It's like, yeah.
So what are you doing then?
I'm stepping in place. It's like, Father, I must insist. That scarf is clearly, and you are not. Just give me the damn gun. This is my duel to win. My duel to lose.
And I'm going to spend my last resolve token as Edwin.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, Fabian, I've never said this before in my life. I'm proud of you, my son. I need you to go on. You and your daughter, Millie, sister, you and your sister, Millie, Milicent, Mildred,
Minerva, I think.
Minerva. I've generally forgotten her
If you
name.
die, we'll find out from that.
You and your sister, Melissa.
Melissa.
You are the future of the Braithwaites, not me.
Father, I've shamed you. I
No. The fact that it has taken me this long means I have shamed you. And I put my hand. It is okay, my son. I love you.
And I love you, Papa.
And then I push him away.
Enough of this.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm out of tokens.
So, use my hot
So I
hand.
want to check.
Why are any of you shooting each other?
Yes. So what this is going to be a token from James.
Oh.
Fuck off. So he's going to shoot at the group, the people hugging. So Fabian
okay.
and her husband. So what I see happening, but I want to open it up because I appreciate both. I was going to call you Linda. No, Lydia Jones and Hyacinth Norbury. I will give you a chance to act on this because I was going to compel Wesley with your hot-headedness, or uncouthness, or whatever, to jump in the way of the bullet.
I know. I was thinking about that, but I've used dangerous now, so.
Yes, unfortunately, I took that from you. But you have selfless, so it could be like a selfless sacrifice as well. So we'll shoot, but I want to compel somebody to step in front.
I was going to say Edwin, but...
Edwin's in the...
He's already been
Yes, so I think these, unless you turn... again, so that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I would compel somebody to step in front of the gun, should that win.
Yes.
Who's going to jump
Oh,
onto the
I mean, I have a token as...
Well,
Oh!
I do, but I
so
don't want to finish spelling.
so
I would like. I was wondering if Mortimer is just walking through the park.
sacrificing Mortimer?
What?
And
He's the only one that's going to get happily married.
He's holding
It's our one chance to be together.
his big thick book of Latin names for flowers, and he just wanders in front of.
Oh.
And the book takes the bullet.
That's what I was going to suggest.
I like that. I would like to burn someone else's thing, but I think
Okay.
that could definitely be if people agree to it.
I like
Okay,
that.
So,
yeah.
I want
I
to
mean,
get
the
them involved in it
hot-headed.
somehow.
I think the hot-headed Wesley is right. He would.
Yeah, he would run in front
His
of it.
his brother. He would do what he can to stop that. So I'm more, but I would like the wound not to be fatal.
Yeah.
Clearly, got to go to nice higher climbs to recover.
If it hits a stray Mortimer as it's going by, it's like, that's alright. It's like,
And
luckily
then
it struck my Mortimer.
Struck by Mortimer. You had your.
Oh no, I
Or
was
you just wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens is you hear James's voice say, "Oh, for goodness sake," and then just
Fabian!
so spend resolve as the hot-headedness goes in. Meanwhile, you're Mortimer, right?
Yes.
Please describe what Mortimer's up to.
So Mortimer's just walking through the park, holding his big, thick, old, hardback, dusty book of Latin names of plants. He's looking around. He's going, "Oh yes, that's a geranium maxim. That is a rosa shoot."
He's bowled over by the force of a bullet. And I think maybe the book falls over and slaps. Yes. So not a fatal wound.
Sleep. I've run over.
I run over to him. I go, "Get out of the way, you!" Wesley, speak to me. Wesley, don't die like this. Not like this.
Is that you?
Well, it was me.
Terrible, sorry, yes, of course. Yes.
Just drops drops Wesley and get involved.
He's,
Oh, am I okay? I'm so sorry I had to keep my life like this. He has no idea.
Yeah.
Still,
I'm just a dent in his head, yeah.
But I just, please, Hyacinth, know that I wanted nothing but the best for you. Fabian,
It's all right. A doctor's
my
on his
brother,
way.
it's, please, live for me.
I would say, my last resolve token, the two gentlemen are so out of breath and breathless that if Hyacinth can finally say something.
Yes, that would be
So
great.
you're too out of breath.
Do you think you're dying right now?
I've just been shot.
He's mortally wounded.
No. Men, I swear.
Honestly.
Honestly,
You're
says
fine.
James.
Yes.
You're fine. You're a drama queen. You're a dick. You all need to settle this in court or not at all. Not with guns, you idiots.
Well, he just shot me.
No! Look at yourself. Are you bleeding?
A little bit of blood there.
A little boo-boo on the head.
Aww.
Ow.
Mortimer, you realise your book.
Yes.
How's Mortimer?
Mortimer just goes and
Mortimer is mortified.
he just goes.
I don't think Mortimer's aware of
No.
what's just happened.
He just goes and picks up his book and sort of looks at it and goes, curious. And then he looks at it and goes, "Oh, my cousin, aren't you?"
Yes, Mortimer, we spoke 2 days ago.
Oh, curious. Well, I'll see. Oh, I'm getting married soon. Joe, you're very welcome to come. I'll see you later.
Wait, that's... My cousin was talking about that man. Is your cousin marrying my cousin?
I believe the phrase I'm looking for is you. Unless you want to make it a double wedding, perhaps.
What?
Hyacinth, my whole life has flashed before me after I thought I was shot.
She rolls her eyes but takes it.
Yes.
Mm.
I feel that there is a connection between us that I do not want to let go at any possible time at all. Would you do me the great honour of sharing their wedding because it's cheaper?
Then it's settled. I will do a 2-for-1 deal at our house.
2 for 1. It really can't be.
Drinks the money behind the bar.
I mean, I fear there's something I must tell you. Your law degree, is it valid anywhere warm?
Anywhere warm? I'm in Norfolk.
Is that
Not
Oh.
friend.
Right. No, okay.
You won't get
Warm.
higher climbs
I-
in Norfolk.
Wesley. Wesley, I'm sick. I received a note from the doctors. I need to go somewhere. Warmer climes, I was told.
The south coast is delightful most times of year. That'll be good, surely.
Could you go there? Could you uproot your practice?
I could do anything for you, my love. And with a little bit of, assistance. If do you have any money?
He's in debt.
Oh, yes. We had this conversation, bro.
I think if you pass me Edwin very quickly. Well, I think I think you have liability to sue that young ruffian for trying to shoot at your friend. So I think you can get money in that way.
I'm a solicitor. That's what I can do.
Which I'm very pleased about.
I'm fine.
I like this plan.
We have witnesses as well, including you, Cad. You
It's
just
incredibly
shot.
stupid. Yes.
Has he just been standing here?
Yeah,
Just
like-
being like, oh, what's going on?
God, seize that man!
Guards of Newton.
Guards of Old Newton! Newton Old! Knives!
It's Old Town on Newton.
Anyway, the guards and Edwin take him away.
Hey!
Way.
Very nice.
Bye, James.
Will you do me the honour of enjoying the 2-for-1 wedding offer that Fabian is offering us?
Get down and ask me properly.
Well, I would do, but the camel will be answering me.
Fine.
And if I do it in real life, you'll tell me off.
Fair.
Exactly. Not falling for that one, folks. Will you do me the honour?
I suppose.
Hyacinth.
I suppose. Westley.
Oh. Well, Mr. Braithwaite, would you like some champagne?
I believe that does call for a celebration. Majority of the people I care about are still alive and their net reputation's intact.
And you're still alive.
Yes, that is also true. I suppose I shall have to do something with my life. Incidentally, I understand that you teach piano. I am rather in need of more tuition.
Are you really?
If you would agree to it, I would be quite minimal.
I would love that. It would be my honour.
Wonderful.
Next Tuesday?
I believe we have. That sounds absolutely splendid.
Wonderful. I mean, it could be sooner if you want, but maybe you need time to recover from your ordeal.
Why wait?
Now?
Yes.
And as the mist of the dawn burns away and the sun goes and people go in arm out into the square, you hear the laughing of local children around the bell tower. as
And
it
Dennis.
swings. And Dennis. Dennis was also there too.
Dennis, pour the champagne.
Champagne for everyone.
pouring champagne for everybody as they walk
Well
past.
done, well done, well done. Exactly. So that, I will say, is the end of that novel chapter. And so what I would like to invite us to do in our epilogue is that we will freeform writing letters. I mean, people were doing it anyway and you were naturals at it, but I would say let's do one letter each, myself included. And it could be to another person, it could be to someone else, and it's just about how you are now. And it's kind of like monologues in a way. I know we've not really got to that per se, but I would use it like as a monologue token about.
May I go first?
Absolutely. So it can be a few weeks, a few months, a few years, whenever you want, but it's definitely after this event.
My dearest Fabian, thank you so much for the wonderful wedding which you hosted. Hyacinth and I are absolutely delighted. We are finding the weather down here in Bournemouth absolutely delightful, and I sincerely hope that you and Lydia join us at your earliest convenience. I hate to inform you, but you better make it fairly quickly, because in about 7 months' time, there is going to be slightly less room in the small apartment that we share. Love and hugs. Looking forward to seeing you both. Wesley and Lydia. Wesley and Hyacinth.
After all this time.
Wesley and Hyacinth Reagan.
Holy shit, what is wrong with me?
I've got both fucking names in front of me.
I know.
I was fully expecting to say, you better be quick, because in about 9 months' time, I
dead.
will be
No,
dead. Will have died.
Yeah.
I was going for a nice ending.
No, that's good. That's much
I think it would have been more. I think it would have been like Wesley and Milicent. Melissa. Brilliant. Would anyone else like to?
May I do the response of my wallet?
If you wish, my friend.
My dear friend Wesley, Bournemouth. How exotic. Most intrigued to hear most delighted to hear of your news of 7 months. You rascal, you. We shall of course be down in 5. And indeed, I shall be bringing the lovely Lydia with me. You will not be aware, but we have in fact renounced the dates of our nuptials.
Have we?
Confirm.
Okay.
We're about to announce the date of our nuptials.
I'm about to ask if it's okay if we make a date for our nuptials.
I've asked Lydia's aunt.
I've asked Anastasia's for Lydia's hand in
It's
marriage.
going pretty well.
She told me to piss off, but I'm working with
Yes.
it.
Yes.
I am wearing her down.
Oh no.
My petals are getting better.
I have not yet discovered the H note.
Give it time. Give it time. Ever your friend and brother.
Okay, can I write a letter, please?
Yes. Of course you can, please.
All
Sorry, I
right.
should have checked that.
Dennis,
I
get
feel
me
a
out
lot
of
of-
here.
A lot of assumptions going on about Lydia. Okay. Dear Fabian.
Oh no!
No.
It's actually Fabian.
Dear Fabian, I have been so enjoying our weekly piano lessons and all the other things we do together. And I was so impressed by that beautiful wedding you organised at such short notice for your dear friend and Hyacinth and
March, April, May, June, July. That's a good 7 months.
Yeah.
and Mortimer and Beatrice. Perhaps you would like to organise another one soon. Yours, sincerely, Lydia.
Beautiful.
It's just like Lydia Braithwaite and then just crossed out.
Shit.
Yeah.
Jones.
Lots of different ways.
Yeah.
Hyacinth, if there's anything you'd like to write.
Dear Dr. Oscar, was it?
Yes, Emmy Oscar, yeah.
Emmy Oscar. I believe you will be pleased to hear that I am no longer coughing. There is no more plague within my lungs. I feel the seaside air has revitalised me, as, I must admit, another thing has revitalised my heart. Now that lungs and heart are both in good condition, it's time for my uterus to suffer. Or, get bigger. I'm pregnant! Yes. I know that obviously you can't be my doctor from here, so I just sort of wanted to tell you thank you for all you've done. Thank you for giving me a new outlook on life, for giving me the push I needed to get out from my aunt's bee-ridden home. In a way, the happiness I have now is partly thanks to you, so thank you, Doctor. Sincerely, Hyacinth Reagan.
Great, and I will finish off with a letter. Dear Beatrice, thank you so much for having me as your maid of honour at yours and Mortimer's wedding. I appreciate the... not normally does the maid of honour make a big speech about math, but your kindness was incredible, and you inviting me, someone I'm aware that our families and it's all so complicated at times and stuff, and you extended that kindness to me, someone who doesn't know anything beyond books and stuff, and all I wanted to do is succeed, and you made me feel welcome, and I really appreciate that. University's going very well. I'm hoping to make valedictorian. I'm the youngest of the year, so it's quite exciting. Who knew that math would be a popular one? And Well, I'm hoping to give a speech in the opening of the exchange. I'd hope you and Mortimer will come, and maybe we can go for high tea afterwards. But it's okay if you don't want to. I appreciate, you're busy with your bees. Thank you. I hope we can always be friends, and I look forward to you visiting sometime. Much love, Francis.
In the all lived happy. Oh no, there's
Sorry.
a token.
Oh,
Can I just compel us to hear from Melissa, because I just
Well,
feel like
I
her
wanted
just
to- I wanted to respond as
name's
Beatrice.
just been
to-
yeah. Well,
crossed.
please respond as Beatrice if you like. But yes, I'm more than happy to do a few bits and pieces. Go for it. I'll have to hear Beatrice after all this.
Dearest Francis, reach for the stars, my sister. Of course I'll be there. I'm so pleased to hear you made valedictorian. Heidi sounds wonderful, and you're always welcome at my home and library, and to see the bees anytime. Your loving sister, Beatrice.
What does Margaret have to say for herself?
Margaret.
Melissa needs to.
Come on, what's
So
Maisie
what
saying?
do you want to hear her about from? What do you want to hear from her exactly? Or you can shape it however you want.
Well, I just like to hear, first because Kristian keeps having her name forgotten, and she was being led on by Dennis and led on by James, and I just want to hear that she is okay, and maybe doing lots of art in Anastasia's house or something. I don't know. I just want to hear.
Yeah, no, that's
I think.
She and Anastasia
Yes,
got together.
that's what I think.
No.
Yes.
Hang on,
I
don't.
think you'll find that Anastasia and Melissa and Dennis are a throuple.
Actually, I'm very open to that. Yeah.
I think.
I mean, come on.
I'll accept
The
this.
guy's a player.
I think what happens and what we see, perhaps not necessarily a letter, because it's just like, does she have a good ending? And I think we can all agree she does. I think
Who?
Melissa.
Doesn't know
I know. I don't know who she is. She appeared for 2 scenes and then disappeared.
Is that my house?
Maggie?
I think Melissa, what happens is that, as she sort of said to you earlier on, she wanted to get away. So there's the sadness of the house and the grief and having that missing job, which could have led down a very dark path, let's say it. But with the kindness of Dennis and with the sort of forthrightness and
Benchiness.
no nonsense
Thank you.
sort of guidance of an older sister per se, Melissa sort of came out of her grief and the loss of a mother and the lacking of a father and possibly a brother's love just to take care of her. And I think she did get out, personally. I think she went to visit possibly Francis, went to see Beatrice more, and actually, we could always tell their stories another time. But I think we'd like to see it maybe in a seaside town somewhere, on one of those newfangled contraptions like a tram or something like that. You see Melissa there with her paintings and oil paints and stuff like that, and she gets off by the ocean, she takes off her stockings and her shoes, and she feels the sand beneath her toes and sets up her easel and takes a deep breath of the salt and the sea and starts to paint. And that is the end of Good Society.
Yay!
The final thing, because we need to give a name to the story. So once we finish it, we give it a name, because obviously we've written it. So what name would we give to this particular story?
Oh my goodness.
Bees!
Bees and
Nope.
bees and bonnets. Bees.
Whence she?
Valentines to remember.
Valentine's to
Valentine's to
remember. That sounds
Yeah.
good. That sounds good. And what would be the end credit music? Tell you what, because I never asked.
I haven't picked a number. Have you picked a number?
Who's pick a
No,
number
I've
basically
picked
between
a
1 and
number, and
20.
I think Will picked a
Oh,
number.
neither of us have picked a number.
Should we?
Yes.
Clearly, the credits runs for long enough to have
Yes.
two
Yeah,
shots.
just two songs.
Okay,
I'll pick
okay,
one
okay.
from both columns. It's fine.
Okay, 9.
9.
And let's go straight 9 as well.
2 9s. Okay, so we'll go to the happiness column where I put all my happy music. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen is playing.
Amazing!
And a 9 on the other column. Oh my god. Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush.
Oh my goodness, we're all on going on up.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
it. No, just
exactly. So thank
good.
you, wonderful players. What a great story, and there's some incredible moments.
So
there.
who was that published by?
That was the Good Society, published by Story Brewers. They're two wonderful people in Australia, and they've got not only this is the basic set, but you can have all different kinds of playbooks. So you can have ones that are focused necessarily on the downstairs staff, so a bit like Downton Abbey sort of style. There's also one based in the Fae Court as well. One that's more like based on Emma, so more matchmaking, all that sort of thing. But yeah, Good Society. Would highly recommend. You can get it PDF. But we quite like the cards and stuff. Great cards.
The artwork is so good.
It's really
gorgeous.
good.
And it's just, I think what I really like about it is, it's a lot of talking, perhaps, and maybe that's not suitable for everyone, but we've developed such a rich story, which hit on so many of the things we like, and it felt very genuine at times. I was proper panto Fiona at the back going, as well as a lot of fast as well, which I quite like.
I mean, we hit all the notes.
And a lot of drama.
we hit all the notes.
I did really happy too.
Yes,
So,
exactly. Yeah.
So all we'll do a quick round about who we are, anything you'd like to promote, anything you'd like to recommend, because technically this is going out in Valentine's Day week, so any book or film or anything like that, or anything you just like to promote.
This particular is like 3 weeks after Valentine's Day.
Well, it's related to the theme, essentially, on that front. So we'll go through this way around. Just introduce yourself and any recommendations, and if we want to find you somewhere, where can we find you? Online rather than in person?
You can find me in this coffee shop, in the Clock Tower
Cafe shop.
That's fine. I have been Jacinta. Yes, I mentioned at the beginning of the first episode, all those weeks ago, that I co-run a podcast called An A to Z of Sex with Men, which is all about relationships and sex and romance, so not dissimilar to this. And
maybe slightly less dueling.
Slightly less dueling with guns, yeah. Recommendations, gosh. I don't know. I'll think about it.
Oh, you recommended your own podcast. So
but that's true. That's true. I recommend that.
I'm going to pass over to.
I don't really have. I haven't got like a online handle.
That's all right.
You are a graphic designer.
Yeah, exactly. I'll go for that. So it's like, hey, I'm Will Ingham. I do illustrations and drawing, and I'm really looking forward to reading Kate Beaton's Ducks.
Yes.
She's a great
recommendation. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I am and have always been Emily. My social media handles, if you can spell Emily Maybank the right way, you can find me. That's the trick. As far as anything else, I am part of Polymorph Theatre. If this is going out late February, early March, we may at some point be doing a show, so check the social medias.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Face. I am a member of Roll Dark, which is a game master agency. So if you want to play not this particular game, but many other games, including the Wizard game, which I know Kristian is not the biggest fan of, but hey, you can find us at rolldark.co.uk. Both Emily and I are professional dungeon masters there. If you want to find me on social media, I do not recommend it. I am very, very boring, but I am pretty much on every social media under W1Face. So if you want to stalk me, you can do so. As I said, I won't recommend it. I am fairly dumb.
Thank you very much. And finally, I have been your facilitator.
Amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, babes. That's an in-joke that only a couple of people get. Yes, if you want to find, when I'm not playing three people who sound the same and an asshole and a beekeeper, you can find me on What Am I Rolling, which is a twice monthly RPG one-shot podcast, and we do lots of different systems. We also do interviews with game designers, and I also do the DM's Book Club, which is a weekly book club podcast about Dungeons & Dragons, and discuss how we can put it in our role-playing campaigns. Check those out. I also do a bit of improv now and then, and hopefully, I think by the time this comes out, hopefully, she says fingers crossed, we'll be running the Alien RPG on Girls Run These Worlds, where it's an all-female and femme cast doing a big cinematic scenario sponsored by Free League themselves, which is very exciting. As I did say off camera, off recording, I was really glad that it got postponed because I had my Alien notes and I had my Good Society notes, and I didn't want to get them confused with this one.
So Hyacinth, you have a alien burst out of your chest.
That's what the
what
doctor wrote to me.
Yes.
I knew it.
It wasn't consumption, it was an alien.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, my final recommendation is please go play more games. This has been excellent game. If you love
So fun.
talkie games, if you love just trying things out, it does seem like a lot of setup, but we've had so much fun doing this, and it's
Yeah.
what a story. Would not change it for the world. So thank you so much. Go check out Good Society, Jane Austen RPG by Storybrewers. Thank you.